Good morning, everybody. I will give you a little bit of time to get in here. We are going to start our show off with Dana Alotaibi, and this is a case where um, the husband took his wife's life in a really, really horrific way. So I will start the intro, and we'll get this started.
I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
So good morning. We're going to talk about the social media influencer, Dana Alotaibi, and her husband, Brian. He is a Marine, and he actually stabbed her to death 3 weeks ago. So I'm going to put on the news clipping, and we will start with that. But this is their picture together, and they both look to be happy. But she is really, it's a really controversial thing because a lot of people are saying she brought on her own murder, which I don't believe that anybody should be victim shamed or accused of bringing on their own murder. So we'll get started and you guys can judge for yourselves, you know what I mean, and see what you think from there. I honestly don't really, I don't know, I kind of go both ways. I know what it's like to argue with your spouse. I know what it's like to have differences. I know what it's like to go through a divorce. I mean, I've never been married, so, but I know what it's like to split up with somebody you've been with for years. It's very hard, and they had a lot of assets together, like bigger assets that they had. I'm going to play a few of her videos so you guys can kind of get an idea. She did a video 3 weeks ago on her own YouTube. She does have a YouTube channel, and I will link it below. She also has an OnlyFans. So you guys want to go check that out, you're more than welcome to do that on your own. I will not be playing anything from the OnlyFans, but I do have some of her TikToks, and I will play those as well. So we'll get this party started here.
A family is mourning with lots of unanswered questions after a woman was killed last night on the H3 freeway. The suspect, according to Honolulu police, is her husband. HPD says they began receiving 911 calls shortly before 6:20 p.m. of a man stabbing a woman multiple times. Police say witnesses pulled over to try to help the woman and restrain the man, who managed to get away but was eventually arrested by police.
Male reportedly used the same knife that he was in possession of at the time of his arrest and injured himself. Based on the investigation thus far, it has been determined that the victim and the male were married and have recently been going through marital problems. At the time of the incident, they were arguing before he stabbed her multiple times that caused her fatal injuries. As part of our investigation, detectives will be reviewing past cases, domestic violence cases that were documented, as well as undocumented, as well as social media posts that we have been made aware of.
The suspect
and she
was
did
taken to the
document
hospital
abuse,
where he remains in custody. Charges are pending.
So she did send pictures of herself to her mother, and she did have bruises on her chest, her arms, her jaw, like on her neck. And she said that, you know, her husband had been putting his hands on her. Things had not been very good. You know, they had had some trouble. some of the other clips that are up here that'll be coming up, some of the news clips. I got other ones that kind of like go back or whatever. I also have some of the TikToks that she made, and I know some of them she's joking in it. A lot of people take her serious, and she gets a lot of backlash. I do think that that's her way of, I think it's just her personality. You know what I mean? She said she has very thick skin. Nothing can get to her. But as you guys know, social media can be very ugly sometimes. So hold on, I'm going to get this other video. So the last video she played that she did was like 3 weeks ago, where she was actually responding to someone who had done a video on her. I will go ahead and play that. It is 23 minutes long, so we'll give you guys some time to get caught up on it. Oh, AYB, you said you've been down this rabbit hole before, girl. You're welcome to come up. I got a whole lot. Now, there's people I did see. Okay, so I kind of got into an argument with somebody because they said she brought her death on herself. That she basically, like people were saying about Shanae and Watts, that the things that she did, she pushed her husband over the edge. She pushed him to snap. Da 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 da. You know how it goes. So, anyways, there's people who, and yeah, she's one of those creators that trolled. So basically, there's a video of her out that says that she slept with her grandpa. That she actually had, SEX with her grandpa. So she actually comes on here and does a video about it. However, I know that her husband is a Marine and they live on base. You know what I mean? And it's very embarrassing to him. So I can see why he would be upset. Here's another video of her real quick. We'll get this started.
Which one do you want me to put on, Queen?
You know what? It's up to you. This one's fine. You can play this one. It gives them an idea who she is. You know what I mean?
So much to live for, and that she was planning to move back home to be with her family.
She was planning to move to Virginia, back to Virginia, have the baby, buy a house. So she has plans.
Nadine Cespedes says that her
she actually had just found out she was pregnant.
A Marine stationed at Kaneohe Marine Corps Base, Hawaii, were separated.
She didn't even live with him anymore. She was living in a different apartment.
Despite all that, Cespedes says Dana left a message Wednesday, just hours before she was killed, saying she was going to help her husband.
He was telling her he didn't have a place to live.
That was the last time they heard from her. Until they got the call this morning, she was gone.
My mom, she was like, she couldn't believe. Nobody, I still can't believe it. So it's very hard for us to picture she's not with us anymore.
Dana's mother is devastated.
Very hard for me. Stay here with my brain in black. I need to move. I need to see my daughter.
They're trying to fly back to Hawaii so they can take her body to Virginia. According to police, Dana was.
They want to take her back home.
Times.
It happened here on the H3 freeway going westbound. I'm told by police that the couple were arguing before they pulled over, and that a number of drivers also pulled over.
There's a lot of witnesses that came forward too.
I wasn't sure what to expect. I was panicking.
Chauncey Leopoldo and her boyfriend were one of the first people who stopped to help.
She said she went to get a rope. I don't know what a rope would have done, but then she said they handcuffed him. They tied his hands together waiting for the police, but it says he ran off. So I don't understand that. It said he took the knife and ran off and tried to stab himself, and that he was trying to actually, take his own life as well. So
like
I don't know how she brought a rope.
And the 4-door black sedan. Well, he had her like in a headlock, and he just was going like this, so we thought he was punching her.
She says another guy who was there tried to stop the suspect.
I guess he tackled him from the back. I went to run to the truck, grab a rope, and then we tied his hands up, and the girl got free.
Leopoldo says several people were administering CPR to Dana. Police say she was pronounced dead around 8:30 p.m. Leopoldo says the incident was traumatic for her entire family.
It was crazy. It was chaotic. I don't know. Just too much to to really take in.
Jen Boniza, KH12 News, working for Hawaii.
Yeah, so pretty much that's the news coverage on it. It happened about, like I said, 3 weeks ago. So 2 weeks ago, it was said 8 days ago. 8 days ago, there was a news article, a news video that came out where he was actually in court. They had charged him, and so because at first they took him to the hospital. So when they first came, they took him to the hospital, and then he was transferred to the jail. And in Hawaii, I know they made some statements, and they said that basically they will hold him behind bars as long as they need to. Doesn't matter. They will get justice. So here's one of the news clippings here. If you want to take a screenshot or whatever you can, so that way you can go look it up yourselves or watch videos yourselves if you'd like to, or, it's a deep rabbit hole. So it's very, very deep.
Other families. The mother of Dana Alotaibi, the woman brutally killed last week, describes her former son-in-law, Bryant Tejeda Castillo, as a troubled man who lacked empathy. Natalia Cepeda says she barely knew her son-in-law, but Tejeda Castillo twice told her he needed help with his mental health. And on one visit to Hawaii a year ago, as she was leaving to return home to the mainland, she knew something was wrong.
We cry a lot, and I will leave to my daughter again, so we cry. And he told me, why you cry? I never cry. I don't feel nothing. I remember that words. I said, how? How he don't feel nothing? Probably because I give a love to all my family. I give a lot of love, and they give it to me. Probably this guy don't receive love when he grow. I don't know.
Cepeda says the couple was married for almost 3 years and had a rocky relationship for most of it.
We can't believe it. Sometimes I think we're still in denial because we didn't see my sister's body. We all heartbroken. We all are trying our best to see my sister, bring her back home. She was planning to go back home.
Marine Corps Base Hawaii told KITV military police and the Honolulu Police Department responded to multiple domestic disputes, both on and off base, and that the couple were referred to counseling and support services. The Marine Corps also issued a no-contact order banning Tejeda Castillo from contacting his estranged wife. But in March, the Marine was disciplined for violating the no-contact order and for making a non-violent threat to Alotaibi.
Basically, my husband threatened to kill me.
Alotaibi said in a YouTube video that she was waiting to separate assets so she could move back home to the East Coast, and that the military had promised to help her move her things. But when her daughter cried out for help multiple times, Cepeda says no one listened.
Now she's dead because nobody want to hear. This will continue to happen if we not stop. It's a lot of pain, maybe a lot of families destroyed. I will not see my grandbaby anymore, my first baby. I will not.
The family's hoping to soon bring Alotaibi's body back home to Virginia. Kristen Concilio, KITV4 Island News.
Yeah, how sad is that, man? If you want to pop that video on, you can. It's the last one that she did. It was 3 weeks ago, exactly, on her YouTube channel. The news just played a clip of it. We're about to play all of it.
Okay, so you want to watch? There's also that one last news clip that says.
Oh, go ahead. You can play that one. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and play that one first, and that way we got all of those out of the way and the news clippings, and then we'll start going on with her videos because I got like probably 5 or 6, 7 of her TikToks saved to play, and things like that. So.
Okay.
And by the way, I appreciate you coming up to screen share and stuff. I appreciate you guys for being here too, because I think this is pretty important. This is a social media influencer, and even if she did have an OnlyFans, I don't think that she deserved to be murdered. I don't believe that.
Yeah, I have no problem coming up. I'm happy to do it because I'm just find out about this now, right? So I'm just in the background. That's why I'm not commenting.
Yes, I jumped down this rabbit hole yesterday and I was like, oh, we got to talk about this. We got to talk about this. We've got to talk about this.
Yeah, it sounds like there's some people in the chat who are aware of it. So maybe somebody will come up. But then the other thing is, no, first of all, no one deserves to be murdered, right? But even if there were people who deserve to be murdered, if you're somebody who murders them, you're still crazy. Like most normal people, I can't murder anybody. Even if there was somebody who deserved to be murdered, I'm not going to murder them. So it doesn't matter what the person's like. If you're the kind of person who's going to stab somebody to death in a car, you're the psychopath, like you're evil.
Yeah, I got into it with somebody because he said, well, she pushed her husband to the brink. She pushed him. She knew he had issues. She knew he had mental health problems, and she still did this. And she knew he was jealous, and she cheated on him. I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. Yeah, I was getting irritated. I'm like, okay, I'll just go to my own platform.
Yeah.
His estranged wife, 27-year-old Dana Alotaibi, to death. KITV4's Ali Duklo was at Tejeda Castillo's first court hearing this morning and shares new details about the attack.
Court documents released Wednesday reveal Alotaibi called 911 screaming for help, and she was saying she was dying. Witnesses claim to have seen Tejeda Castillo arguing with her before slitting her neck with a pocket knife and stabbing her multiple times in the face and head.
She called crying that she was dying.
Sitting quietly in plain
God,
clothes.
that would break my heart to be her mom to hear that. To hear that call, I hope nobody ever gets that call and plays it, because that would be heartbreaking to even hear that. You know what I mean?
Marine Bryant Tejeda Castillo is arraigned in Honolulu District Court Wednesday via Zoom. Court files state multiple witnesses saw Tejeda Castillo stabbing himself in the neck and wrist with the same pocket knife he allegedly used to murder his estranged wife, Dana Alotaibi. One witness claims to have heard Castillo say to Alotaibi, "I'm trying, it's not working," as he knifed himself. Tejeda Castillo then reportedly ran into the nearby brush, where police found him with the weapon in his blood-covered right hand. Before the incident, Alotaibi's loved ones say they believe the military was not taking her domestic violence reports against Tejeda Castillo seriously.
To blame it on the military at this point seems to be quite misplaced.
Criminal justice attorney Victor Baki says he has worked extensively with the military, adding service members and their dependents have access to a wide range of services, including family advocacy counseling, mental health support, as well as what's called the Return of Dependents program.
If there is a situation where there's a problem, that the dependent can actually be returned back to their home state to avoid having...
They would find a way, to help them home. I didn't think that the military would allow them to stay in that, kind of environment together if it's so hostile. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, but even what they're talking about is not just return them home, but they're saying the return of dependents. So that's where they would step in and they would pay to send her back home to get her
exactly. And that's what I thought. I thought the military, you know what I mean, would jump on, separating them and getting them the help they needed, and you know what I mean, getting her back home, getting him where he needs to be, you know what I mean, to prevent something like this from happening.
Yeah, I mean, it says that she was in the process of it and she was not living with him anymore. So
Gabby says the military does nothing for a dependent, so that might be something, because he says they do. So go ahead and play it. I'm sorry. I'll stop interrupting.
No. I think it was important to stop there to point out what that means, because not everybody knows what dependent. I never think of a woman as a wife as a dependent. Not everybody speaks the language of military jargon, right? So a return of dependent would be the kids or the husband or the wife or the spouse, whoever is not the enlisted person.
Yeah, right. For sure.
Having to be so-called stuck with the military member while they're deployed.
Honolulu prosecutor Steve Alm said in a statement, "Domestic violence affects so many in our community, and we must act to counter this scourge. We will hold Tejeda Castillo accountable for his alleged crime and ensure that he is kept locked up for many years to come." Aali Duklo, KITV4 Island News.
And I don't mean to be I hate being graphic, but the thought that it was a pocket knife is worse to me. Do you know how long it would take to kill somebody like by slitting their throat with a pocket knife. Like,
and how? Yeah,
that was a very violent death. That was not quick at all. It's awful. I'm gonna get the other one ready.
Okay. Yeah, it's just and then, well, and somebody just commented that stabbing a person to death is a passion murder. You have to wonder what kind of person lets their emotions rule them that way. The psychology of it, though, is it was like he tried to take her life, the baby's life, and then his life. You know what I'm saying? Like
he was only trying to take his life because he's a coward, right?
Because right?
Right? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm glad that he was not successful and that he has to face it. Let's see.
Yeah, she had a bunch of court appointments too, and things for the divorce. I know they had to split their vehicles, and I mean they had a lot of assets together. And she explains that in her video too, because somebody does a video on her. I'm not sure who it is, but she does a reaction video to it and explains everything. So I thought that was a good video to open, like to show, to play, because it'll give everybody an idea of what was going on 3 weeks ago in her life. You know what I mean? Like, and she brings out, she actually makes accusations that her husband was sleeping with his sergeant. So those are pretty serious allegations to make.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna play this all the way through.
Yeah, pretty much, unless we stop it to talk. But yeah.
All right.
And I will link it below as well. This is Dana Alotaibi's. This is her YouTube channel. She has like 80,000 followers. She has a TikTok, an Instagram, an OnlyFans. She is a social media influencer. So that's how she got a lot of her money, was OnlyFans. And she has videos where she's crying and saying, I just want to be a white girl. I just want to be a white girl right now.
So this was, and just to be, before I play it, you said this was the last video. It was like the day before she was killed?
Yeah, this is 3 weeks ago.
Okay, so this is right before she posted this, like pretty much right before it happened.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna play it.
Dana Alotaibi, and I will be reacting / responding to some videos that Mr. Nicky MGTV made towards me. He's this Navy guy. He's really handsome. He's really funny. And I'm going to be commenting, responding / adding some information here and there to make this make sense. And excuse me if y'all lose a little bit more brain cells. I know I don't communicate myself or express myself like clearly. Sorry, English is not my first language. All right. Let's go.
She's beautiful.
Your bike to the town hall. I'll be riding your buddies from Massey Hall. White girl wasted at the Marine Ball.
This girl needs to be stopped. I'm serious. This rabbit hole continues to go down. Now, she's updated several videos of her situation, but if you want to watch the initial how we found out about this girl,
Dana Alotaibi.
She says in almost every video. You can go check out the past video I made about this, which was hard to make, but this one I think was even harder to make because I lost a few.
Nicky has a few videos, and I will link them below as well. You guys want to jump down this rabbit hole later after we're done? I'll link the TikTok as well, and you guys can check those out. I have some of them we'll play, but she did a lot of stuff for laughs and for, you know what I'm saying? Just she trolled a lot. She trolled a lot.
Did this guy? I'm curious. Did this guy make any? Has he spoken out at all since she's been murdered? This YouTuber?
I haven't looked. I will go check though.
All right.
Few brain cells, and you guys might as well. Originally, she blew up because she posted.
Okay, so hi everybody. I'm Dana Alotaibi, and I am an entertainer. Yes, I do adult content, and I do a lot of other stuff. I make music. I'm a social media type of girl. I've been doing it for 6-7 years. I pay a lot in taxes, which means I am making a great income out of it. So, this is one of my popular videos, but this isn't the reason I blew up. No. But yeah, it's a really entertaining video.
TikTok of a junior Marine that went to her house over in Marine Corps Base, Hawaii, and essentially was prompting her.
Okay, so basically this video,
this happened.
like I said, I am sorry, excuse me, my leg. I'm just cramping my leg. Okay. Why do I look so pale? Can I not look so pale? There you go. Okay. So, like I said, I've been in this game for like 6-7 years. I have a lot of fans, a lot of people who like follow me from online and all that stuff. I understand that some fans get like a little overly happy when they see me. Like they're like, oh my God, I follow you online for a long ass time. Can I give you a hug? Sure. We go in for the hug. What do? They reach for my boobs. Or, oh, like I'm such a fan. Yes, oh my God. And then I had a guy like lick me in the ear and like.
So it's Nicky MGTV. That's his YouTube. And it looks like he hasn't done lives in, I don't know, 2 years, but videos. Yeah, he just put one out a couple days ago. Not about Dana though. So I don't know, but Allie Joe said, I mean, in his defense, he didn't know that he was going to make a reaction video and that she was going to be murdered. I understand. I get that too. You know what I mean? I understand that too. Hold on. He was jealous that she was on YouTube. Are you talking about her husband or the Nicky that was doing the video? He also made a mistake at the end of his video saying that she secretly recorded a Marine rubbing her feet, putting said Marine in a bad position when it was her husband. Yes, that is true. And they thought she was more of a liability. So because she actually had been told not to do her OnlyFans videos or PORN, you know what I'm talking about, videos on the Navy base, don't do it on the base. Don't do it in our housing. Don't do it here at all. We don't allow that. And so they basically kicked her off the base on her birthday. There's videos made about it as well. Go ahead.
It's just like fans are weird. They do stuff. They don't. And I always try to present myself as really fun and friendly and bubbly and just like kind of crazy and outgoing. So when people see that online and see me in person, they think some things are okay to do. And sometimes those things make me uncomfortable. But since they've happened so much, I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to overreact. I'm just going to be like, okay, kind of thing. Here, this guy, I have a car. It's a Jeep. It's a really distinctive color, and I drive it all around base. Like, either way, I'm in Hawaii. It's a small island. Like, and obviously I had my car in my driveway. This guy follows me to my house. He asked me a couple questions. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. And then he asked me, hey, aren't you that girl from Pornhub? I was like, yeah, I am. And then he starts asking more questions. I am totally fine with everything except him coming to my house to ask me those questions, because I feel like your house is like that place where like you don't want stuff like that to happen, but this happened and it just made me uncomfortable. The level of comfort that he had to come to where I live, as if it's like a prostitution house where you can just knock on the door and get all your questions answered or a happy ending, like that just made me really uncomfortable. And I will admit, like, I did respond to this video kind of ugly, and yeah, I don't normally react like that though, but I was pretty uncomfortable.
Try and hook up with him. Now, it was later known or found out that she had an only.
Okay, so basically, like I said, I'm Dana Alotaibi. I've had an OnlyFans for more than 5 years or something. This isn't new. Oh, it was later found out. No, it wasn't later found out. This was always a thing. Like, I've always had OnlyFans. I've always been on Pornhub. I've always been on music videos. Like, I've always just been there, So none of this is like, oh my God, new discovery. We Christopher Columbus did.
Account and did porn and had something on P-Hub, for example. After that, we learned that her husband was actually deployed, or I would say.
My husband was deployed. He's been in, I think, for 7-8 years in the Marine Corps. He is a sergeant, and he got deployed to Japan December 7th, 2021, and he was supposed to come back June 10th-ish, 2022 or something like that.
Transferred to Okinawa for a little bit for a unit exercise detachment UDP type thing, and he is still over there as we speak. Now,
he got sent home a week early. That's what I was told by Mr. First Sergeant Kern. And now being July 13th, he's definitely here in the States.
Marine Corps was a little pissed off because she did have a P-Hub / OnlyFans that she was doing these performances out of base housing, which...
You know what? I don't suggest any adult content person doing adult content on a military base housing. I don't recommend it. But also, like, how can they really prove that you did that in base housing? You know, you could say, oh, the walls are the same, the cabinets are the same, the tiles are the same, the bathroom are the same. But no, like, there's not enough proof to tell you, like, we actually did it in the apartments, like, over there. You know what I mean? So, like, you can do it. You can get away with it. But it's better not to do it. I just prefer, like, not to, like, to advise other girls not to do it. The Marine base found out that I was doing stuff like this. They were mad, but they weren't like, okay, we're going to kick you out. The reason I got kicked off base is because in November 2021, I allegedly got in a fight with this girl, and apparently I allegedly beat her up, and I went to jail, and the base command wrote me a letter like a couple months later saying, hey, you are dangerous to base and we got to kick you out. And I was like, that's funny, because I went to court and I was found not guilty. So what are you even saying? Like, I was never charged for it, you know, or convicted for it. Like, so why am I getting kicked off base if I have proof that I was found innocent? And the base command, that pussy ass nigger, like, couldn't tell me a reason, and he never responded.
Eventually asked her to leave kindly, and she has now officially left, and that's where we're at right now.
Hi everybody, I'm Dana Alotaibi, and this video is going to be for my husband's first sergeant, Mr. First Sergeant Kern, here on Marine Base Hawaii. Okay, so on my TikTok, I have, I think, 2 or 3 videos of me talking about Mr. First Sergeant Kern. He is the definition of a pussy ass nigga. Mr. First Sergeant Kern, I don't understand him. Basically, my husband threatened to kill me in December, I think 2021 or something around there. And there was a no contact order put in place, aka my husband could not talk to me. And he did reach out to me, and he got NJP'd. Those are all factual, like, those are all real life events with consequences, you know. So now me and my husband are trying to get a divorce, but unlike most military couples, me and my husband, Bryant Tajeda Castillo, have assets together, aka things that we bought with money. And I'm not talking about $500, $1,000, $8,000, $15,000. No, we're talking about $24,000. That actually, that's on my side, $24,000. So me and him need to divide around $50,000 of goods that we bought. And I'm not talking about like 100 items. No, I'm talking about like 2, 3-ish items, you know. So I want to divide those items. Either I want those items divided by how much I put in, I want back, and how much Ryan put in is what he should have. The court might say, okay, you get half, you get half. I don't know, but those are things that me and Bryant need to have a middleman for, whether it's Bryant's attorney or my attorney talking to Bryant's attorney. Here, we were advised that Mr. First Sergeant Kern was sending Bryant back home a week early from deployment so Bryant could go to legal on base to get a mediator so me and Bryant could divide the assets, right? Bryant gets back from Okinawa a week early. He goes to legal. I get no update. He goes to legal again. I get no update. And I have all records of that, like through text between me and Mr. First Sergeant. I'm like, hey, Mr. First Sergeant, what's going on? He's like, oh, Brian went to legal. I'll let you know what's going on. I'm like, okay, cool. A week later, hey, what's going on? I'll let you know. Like, people can say, oh, well, Mr. First Sergeant doesn't have to communicate anything with you. Like, you're not a Marine. I understand that. I'm not doing push-ups. I get it. I don't wake up early and say, aye, sir. I fucking get it. I fucking get that. But if he is going to put in a no contact order between me and Bryant are trying to get a divorce and divide assets, there has to be someone to fucking mediate between me and Bryant, because if Bryant communicates with me, he's getting NJP'd. So there has to be someone. There fucking has to be someone. I hope that makes sense, guys. I really wish we were like all the other military couples that have nothing together because they're just two broke asses coming together to be two broke asses together. I wish I could be like that, but no, that's not me. That's not gonna be me. That's not me. So yeah, we need to divide assets and we need some assistance, or else we're not getting divorced. Y'all get it a little bit more now? I hope you do.
Sergeant Kern, you're a liar. You're First Sergeant.
I was saying, hey, First Sergeant, like, why do you feel the need to lie to me and like hide to me? Like, I'm asking for updates and you're not updating me, blah, blah, blah. Like,
so much bouncing. It's almost like the brain cells have left the brain and they're like, can we please escape this body that we're trapped in? We are put in overdrive.
Next topic.
I love that part, Nick. I swear to God, you make me laugh. Like, even if I want to hate you, I can't hate a guy who makes me laugh. Like, next topic. She cannot count to 2. What's going on? Oh, what's going on? Let me see. Must have been a delay.
In December 2021, my husband threatened to me. I reported it.
Yeah, this is just me saying, like, this is why we need First Sergeant Kern to communicate between me and my husband. And it's crucial that Mr. First Sergeant Kern is communicating between me and my husband, because we are trying to get a divorce.
And me. And that means we depend on him.
Yeah, we depend on Mr. First Sergeant Kern to communicate with us.
And my husband, Brian, we are legally still married. Like, we have things.
I love this part. Listen.
All before we can end. We have things to start before we can end.
I sound so philosophical in that fucking sentence right there.
We have things to resolve before we can end. We have things to start before we can end. You know, like.
Yeah, I sound so philosophical. I hope.
For just $67, you can make as many videos as you want, and you never need to pick up a camera or use.
I hope that's how you say it.
Dude, this is like a triangle.
Yeah, I really felt like I was in a relationship with Mr. First Sergeant Kern and my husband at the same time, because the way me and Mr. First Sergeant Kern would go back and forth. That's a thing.
And you told Brian.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so get this. Here I am talking about this thing called an early release of dependents. If you guys don't know what that is, I'm not sure if the Army or the Navy or the Air Force offer this, but the Marines, the USMC, they have this thing called the early release of dependents. Basically, if the dependent is like ill or something is going on with the dependent, if she needs to go home, maybe it's emotional, maybe it's like for school or something, she really needs to go home, the Marine Corps will send her home. For me, home is Washington, D.C., Hawaii to Washington, D.C., right? Bryant told me he was going to start this process for me. Bryant's command told me that Bryant was going to start this process for me. aka the military was going to send my belongings and my car back to the East Coast. I know you're thinking, hey girl, like, you got money, why don't you just go back home? Sweethearts, I can't go home unless I'm divorced. I currently, right now, being July 13th, I have a court date with Bryant August 31st, right? I can't be in DC and go to court. No, I have to stay here until I am freaking officially divorced. And for me to get divorced, I need some type of mediation between me and Brian to divide assets, or we're not getting a divorce. You guys see, I'm not sounding as crazy, right? Yeah, like, one, I'm not gonna go home unless I'm divorced. And then number two, if I have to go home, or, you know, want to go home and the military can pay for it, why wouldn't the military, like, why wouldn't I let them pay for it? Like, there's a whole ass program called the early release of dependents. Like, why wouldn't I let the military pay for it? Oh, but you got money. Yeah. Well, what about my husband? He had like this dental thing going on. He was missing a tooth, and he was missing like half of his other two teeth. So like 3 of his teeth were effed up. Like, why didn't he just pay for it? Oh, because the military can pay for it. So why the hell, like, not just let the military pay for it? Same freaking thing. Same freaking thing. Like, let the military pay for it. What's the big freaking deal?
The early release of dependents, aka the military was gonna send me back home. You told me that, Mr. First Sergeant. You told me that, and that happened.
Okay, look, I get Mr. First Sergeant Kern is not my first sergeant. I get Mr. Sergeant First Kern is a busy ass motherfucker, I guess, when he's not bowling or like running outside on his marathons. I get it. He's a busy ass nigga. Let the busy ass nigga be a busy ass nigga. But one thing I expect is him not to be a fucking liar. What happened to, like, you know, loyal, commitment, honest? Like, what happened to that? Like, what the hell happened? Like, did Mr. First Sergeant Kern, like, totally forget that whole seminar? Like, freaking be honest. Fucking be honest. And you want to know what actually happened? I got fed up with Mr. First Sergeant Kern, and I was like, you know what? Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck your red ass fucking hair. Fuck your fucking 2 front teeth that look fucking discolored. Fuck you and your fucking ass freckles and your fucking Jewish looking nose. Fuck you and all those fucking ass fucking ways. And I wrote a letter to the Sajmaj, aka Sajmaji, aka Sergeant Major. And I had all these questions like, hey, Sergeant Major, you said, and the base command said, and First Sergeant said, once you leave that house, Bryant will have to give you half the BAH. What the fuck happened to that? And what does Sajmaji say? Sajmaji said what he had to say. I understand. You know, there was like a mutual understanding. That book was closed. Got it. What else? I had some other questions about Brian going to legal. I had questions about this. I'm like, hey, if First Sergeant Kern sent Brian home a week early to do legal stuff, why am I not being updated? Like, it's crucial for me to be updated. And what does Sajmaji do? Sajmaji freaking updated my house. And guess what? We're done with the questions. Done. Like, that's what a real nigga does. Communicates fucking shit. You don't fucking lie. You don't fucking hide behind your fucking Android like First Sergeant did. No, you fucking communicate with me. I'm a grown ass bitch. Just communicate with me and we can fucking stop shit, end shit, close fucking books, close fucking chapters. We can communicate. I freaking understand. I had so many questions for First Sergeant Kern for literally 7 months. Sergeant Major, not just is he fucking handsome and fucking hot and sexy, and fucking just like, when you look at him, like, ugh, you just feel like he's like the definition of a man. He fucking answered all my questions within 3 emails. AKA I sent one, he sent one, I sent one, he sent one, I sent one, he sent one. And guess what? Done. I have no more questions. Next time I communicate with Sergeant Major will be August 31st when me and Brian have a court date. That's the next time I communicate with him. I don't need to bug him like I have to bug First Sergeant to do his fucking job. No, Sergeant Major, he gets it. He has a fucking brain.
And guess what? I believed you.
Yeah, I'm such a stupid ass bitch, but don't worry. I have a little complaint that I put against Mr. First Sergeant Kern to be investigated in because the
question here is why
First Sergeant Kern, I am accusing First Sergeant Kern of being gay and having serious relationships with, not serious, but sexual relationships with my husband, because the way First Sergeant Kern lies and is an accomplice with my husband, I have a really good feeling that they are, I mean, I don't want to put that out there, but I have a feeling that I've never experienced anything like this in my life, where First Sergeant Kern feels a need so much to shield my husband. There has to be a love sexual relationship between them. And I have submitted a complaint to the Inspector General about that, to do some investigation between my husband and First Sergeant Kern, because I do think they're having something going on.
You suck. You are the person that has an...
Okay, so here Nick says, first of all, you suck. You're the person who has OnlyFans. Okay, first of all, my nigga, like, what the fuck does OnlyFans have anything to do with anything? Like, OnlyFans does not discredit me, does not fucking devalue me, does not do anything at all. It's completely irrelevant. That's like saying, first of all, you suck. You like the color pink. Like, it has nothing to do with nothing. First of all, you look like a gay-ass guppy. I see you and you look like you were in the Navy. I look at you and you fucking drop the soap for fun because you like that shit.
Fans, you brag about having degrees, which I have to say, did somebody just print your name on a piece of paper that looks like a degree? Because this is one of those things that makes no sense, that you would have the funds to leave Hawaii if you really wanted to leave. You're not so dependent on this sole paycheck of,
like I said, like I elaborated previous, I'm not going to talk about what I financially can and cannot afford. But if the military can pay for it, why would I want to pay for it, kind of thing, you know? And I'm sure, like, you as a Navy person, like, you understand that. Like, we all have TRICARE. Why would I go to a doctor and tell them I don't have insurance when I have insurance, when that's something that the military just gives away, you know, just like the early release of dependents. That was a thing that I definitely qualified for. Oh my God, this video is going to turn off soon. Yeah. I guess we'll do a part 2.
That's only I can pray and say, I want to bring my daughter home. What was the plan?
She was the grieving mother of Dana Alotaibi. That's the woman who was stabbed on the H3 freeway last night.
Alotaibi's husband has now been arrested on suspicion of her murder. Now, we told you about that incident as breaking news last night.
And just a few hours ago, we spoke with the victim's mother, who is now in shock over the loss of her daughter.
It's so sad. It's very sad because we have a plans for everything.
Natalia Cespedes is still trying to process the fact that she'll never get to see her daughter, Dana Alotaibi, again.
It's feeling so bad. I'm feeling like walking in the empty space. I don't know. It's so hard to explain.
Alotaibi was married to a Marine stationed at Marine Corps Base Hawaii in Kaneohe. Alotaibi documented some of their tumultuous relationship on social media. Her mom says they were married for almost 3 years. Court records show Alotaibi's husband filed for a divorce last November, and the uncontested divorce was granted last month. Cespedes says her daughter was 3 months pregnant.
Just want to know my daughter has plans to come back to Virginia, make her life, live with her kid because she was pregnant. So we get everything ready for she come back.
Instead, she's making plans to bring her daughter's body back to Virginia.
Was feeling so sad. Look, my life is empty. I really has planned for her, for my grandbaby. And I thinking how they did. It's very trouble.
Dana Alotaibi leaves behind her parents and 3 sisters. She was 27 years old.
Only I can pray and say, I want to bring my daughter home. Well, what's the plan?
And today we also spoke with one of Dana Alotaibi's friends. Tanya Cardenas said they spoke with each other every day.
It's real, like I'm never going to see my friend again. And I'm just glad that my last talk with her was positive.
And she also says she's still in shock by the tragic news.
And that tragedy all unfolding in the public eye in front of hundreds of drivers going down the H3 last night. Police thanking the bystanders who stepped in to help. We spoke with one of those bystanders who says he's still trying to process what he saw. In the middle of a busy H3 freeway, a horrifying scene spilling out onto the side of the road.
Witnesses observed a male standing over a female, stabbing her multiple times.
One of those drivers was on the freeway heading to work. He says he initially thought it was just a fight when he stopped.
Yeah, whenever I got there, I pretty much froze out of fear and shock.
But after that moment of fear, he and others stepped in.
The witnesses tried to restrain the male and at the same time render aid to the victim.
The witness we spoke to says he was trained in CPR and jumped in to help, but quickly realized Dana Alotaibi was fading fast.
Yeah, obviously if we're doing CPR, there's no pulse. And they didn't get a pulse the whole time. It's just her face. She just looked well past the point of no return, you know?
Sadly, he was right, and Dana later died. The suspect, her husband, was caught after jumping into nearby bushes. Witnesses still shaken, wondering what Dana went through in those final moments.
I mean, could you imagine being stabbed in the neck and then
the volume's out,
watching as you're like,
Hey. Queen, are you back? Oops.
your life just literally leaks out of you, and everyone around you either doesn't know what to do or is too shocked to do anything about it. I couldn't imagine that.
And the Marine Corps released a statement saying the 3rd Marine Littoral Regiment and Marine Corps Base Hawaii will continue to cooperate fully with law enforcement officials as the details surrounding this incident unfold. The Marine Corps extends its deepest sympathies to the family and friends of those involved. We reached out to see if the Marine Corps was aware of any previous domestic violence incidents between the couple, but it hasn't responded yet.
And there are resources out there for those military families. The Marine Corps Hawaii offers the Family Advocacy Program, which is dedicated to preventing, educating, reporting, and interviewing.
Okay, so sorry, I had to go help my little one. She's doing a daddy-daughter dance today, and that was way more important than this. So I let it play through, and I just had to get going. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to go in there and help my baby get ready today. She's so excited. So what do y'all think? What do y'all think about this? What do you guys think?
Oh, good, you're back. That was really disturbing. That all those witnesses who were at the scene, they look really, really traumatized. I mean, the girl from the other one, and then this guy, and what he's talking about, he's like, I watch, to watch somebody die, they're still alive, you're watching them die, you see in their eyes that they know they're dying, like no one can help them. That was really too much. I hope all those
and
those witnesses are like
phone
given therapy or something, because that's intense.
Here, somebody's in the back screen. I don't know who it is.
I'm gonna jump down to the chat, Queen, and just see what everybody's saying. All right, bye.
All right, bye. Okay, so who's up here? I don't know who this is. I don't know. Here, I'll add you. What's up? What's up? Okay, well, I don't know. You're not coming up and you're not showing up, so I don't know what's going on here. So anyhow, here I'm going to play a couple of these clips that I have of her, and here's a few of them.
Hi everybody, it's me, Dana Alotaibi, aka Miss Tajana Castillo, and so normally I'm Miss Dependa Level Gucci, but guess what, Shamutas? I am no longer Miss Dependa Gucci. I am now Miss Dependa.
Tap, 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 wrist on glitter, waist on thinner. I'ma show you how to bag an 8-figure nigga. Face on zaddy, pockets on jigger. You bet in.
So that would be one of her troll videos, because she did a video on her TikToks about how she can get Plan B for free once a month on the military base. So she did a video when she, with that video that we just played, she has a guy punching her in the stomach saying that she didn't get her Plan B prescription. So that's what that's from.
Tap, 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 wrist on glitter, waist on thinner. I'ma show you how to bag an 8-figure nigga. Face on zaddy, pockets on jigger. You bet in.
So yeah, that's pretty much what. Here's another. So she just trolls a lot. She does a lot of things that piss a lot of people off. Such, for example, someone said she had sex with her grandpa. So here she is talking about
my grandpa. Well, actually, it's true. I did F my grandpa, but it's not like he F'd me. I F'd him. My grandpa has lived his life and he got divorced to my grandma. And he's old and he wants to just live up his life. Like, your grandpa likes applesauce and staying at home playing bingo. My grandpa likes to go out and have fun and take shots and go to clubs and all that. So anyways, I was telling my grandpa, since you're like almost like 70 years old, like, how do you know you don't like guys? And he was like, I don't know. And I was like, well, like, here's a spare dildo vibrator kind of thing that I have. Like, why don't you try it up your BUTTHO? And he was like, okay, down. So I started rubbing it against his hole, and then he liked it, and then it went up there, and then I got stuck up there, so we had to go to the ER. But anyways,
taxpayers. I get to live my best life in Hawaii rent-free. Oh, rah.
See, she trolls. She does videos to troll. You know what I mean? Yeah, she I don't know. Can y'all hear me okay? You said you on mute? I was letting it play through because sometimes it's hard to hear, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes when you just walk in, you don't know what you're walking into, and I've seen a couple of people come in, so I was letting it play through so they could hear it too. But yeah, she trolls a lot. I mean, you can tell she trolls a lot. She talks a lot of shit. She jokes around. She thinks she's being funny. She says things that are very controversial, like I got 5 abortions. And I think she did that during the Roe versus Wade thing, like when all that went down. I think she was trolling with that or something. You know what I mean? Like, she makes videos and she does troll people. That is what she does. She said it doesn't bother her. She doesn't take it serious. You know what I'm saying? She's not serious. She's a very vulgar person. That's right. She burps and farts, and she's got this OnlyFans, and people pay her to do that. Like, they pay her to come on there and fart and shit. Like, it's nasty as hell, but that's how she makes her money, And yeah, Cappy, she was smart. It brought in a lot of views. She got tons of views just acting stupid as hell, just saying things that she knew was going to ruffle people's feathers. But see, that's the thing. Was like, she plays around too much and shit. And I think that, like, she had a broken heart and stuff, but I don't think her husband could deal with her messing around and talking shit like that. You know what I mean? What's up, baby?
What's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good.
Okay, because I thought I broke these headphones.
No, and I was getting ready to say, if nobody else is going to come up and chat with me, I'm ending it, because I'm not going to sit and talk to myself. I got shit I got to do. So, if anybody wants to jump down the rabbit hole, go ahead and jump down it. But if you want to, I got the stream pinned, so anybody that wants to come up, I'm glad you did. Because like I said,
my Bluetooth headphones are all like, they make, I can listen and they're fine, but it gives feedback on the panels now, right? And then so I picked up my headphones with the cord, and the little part that goes into the laptop's all bent to fucking shit. And I was like, oh great, dude, this ain't gonna work, and now I'm not gonna be able to go on panels on my fucking laptop now. But it works. We're all good. Anyways, so I had a question. So he was stationed in Japan, right? Right before he got sent back to Hawaii?
I don't know.
Because they said, isn't Okinawa in Japan?
No, I thought it was Hawaii. I'm pretty sure they were in Hawaii.
No, they were stationed in their base housing, they were in Hawaii, right? But
you know what? I think she was, but I think maybe he went to Japan. I think she stayed.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
okay.
He was on the, because all the Marines do a little like couple months in Japan. It's like part of their thing, I think, or every Marine I've ever known has. But anyways, I wanted to know, had he done deployment in like Afghanistan, or was he in combat, or like because I'm just wondering, like, because of people are talking about like his mental health obviously at this point, but I can't find anything talking about that, is what I can't find. But yeah, this really messed up. Like, I don't, like, who's out here saying that like she caused this? Like, that's some sucker ass shit to say, dude. I don't care how ridiculous she was and how crazy and trolly, like, it's never okay to kill someone like that, and it sucks that like I've been watching videos of her like talking about like her protection order and trying to get away and all this stuff, and even if she kept going to see him, still it's just like never okay to fucking murder somebody, you know what I mean? Like, and I just don't understand that. And I still haven't watched Nicky's video that he did after she died, though. I just watched like a clip of it, and he was saying,
I didn't know he did one. I didn't see it.
He did.
Shit, I wish Good Egg was still up here. I'd see if she. I mean, if you can come back up, can you play it, Good Egg? Or are you busy? I didn't know he played. I didn't know. Well, you know what? I better not because I don't know if he strikes. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
You
know
what I
about
mean?
him either.
So, no.
Here, I'll put a link. I'll put the link in the chat, and then after people can go check it
That
out.
works. Yeah, people can go watch it themselves. Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't get to watch all of it, but it seems as though I felt like he was built. I only watched like a clip, right? And he was like, I don't think this is okay. Like, I feel like, you know, he should be held accountable or something. But I kind of felt like he was going to excuse some of the things he said, which I don't find him making videos about her bad. Obviously, I make commentary videos, but he was like excusing the military's process with her, which he probably feels bad about because it's shit. But he's part of the military, so he's kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, maybe doesn't want to call it out, I guess. I don't know.
I kind of want to watch it. Do you think we could watch it and pause it and comment on it?
Yeah, we have to pause it every.
Or play music.
No music. I will
put music on.
I will not play it with music.
We got to make sure we either talk through it or pause it. You know what I mean? Like we just
We're
have
gonna
to
pause
it through it.
I'm at the point where I'm gonna spend a couple $100s to talk to a lawyer, like a copyright lawyer, and get him to put in writing to me the ways that we can make it fair use, and for him to say not playing music underneath it. No, but I definitely want to stop because we've never seen it, so we would definitely stop and talk about it.
Girl, if you're gonna spend money on a retainer, you better drop some money on fucking YouTube Premium while you're at it.
Oh,
I'm just kidding with you.
You're right. I don't have YouTube Premium because
why?
I don't have an iPhone. I didn't know other people can't watch videos on their phone. I can watch videos on my phone on YouTube and do whatever. So I think most people have YouTube Premium are like, oh, I wish I could watch YouTube on my phone and do other stuff. And I'm like, you can't. I can have.
No, yeah, I have an Android and I can. No, I'm saying it because of the commercial.
No, I know, but I'm saying I think that's why I don't have it because I feel like a lot of people get it because they have an iPhone.
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but yeah, it's kind of annoying. But let me go.
And I'm totally fucking with you. I'm just joking.
No, I will do that and that.
You're like, I'll get premium and a retainer. Don't worry.
Anything.
Do it all.
Unless people watched the other night, they're gonna be like, "What is she talking about?" But I basically have some sort of bizarre aversion to the elevator music that StreamYard has. All right, I found it. Let's see. Nick. Oh, he has a bunch of subscribers.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he's a pretty decent. I mean, both of them are pretty big. Like I said, they're pretty big influencers.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't see it, Cap.
I watched that white girl one. That made me sad though. Because she was not saying it in a silly I want to be a white girl way. It was like she was like I want to she looks at white people like they have perfect lives like the other white women on base.
Right.
That made me sad, dude.
And me too, man. It was like she's like, I just want to be a white girl. I just want to be a white girl. I'm just tired of this shit. Like I'm sick of this. I don't want to have to do OnlyFans to pay my bills. I don't want to have to, it's just it was sad,
dude. It was really sad.
So if you see I have my screen up with his channel, but I don't see his response video. So maybe if you want to share my screen, maybe Cappy, you can tell which one I'm looking at. Oh, the worst ending you can imagine. I see it. Hold on.
Yeah, okay.
Awesome. Yeah, just go ahead and put it in. Okay.
Anything on this video, I have been reached out by hundreds of people to make this video, as I have talked about Dana.
I bet he has been. I bet a lot of people want his commentary on it. You know what I mean?
Yes, and I agree.
Oh, for sure.
And I have an open mind because I agree with Cappy. It is completely not. I'm sure he feels like anybody would feel guilty and bad that this happened. But he doesn't have.
He didn't see that coming. Come on now.
Yeah, he has no reason to actually feel. I think the human response is to feel terrible. But of course, it had nothing to do with it. I think her behavior made her definitely a valid subject for this type of commentary. you know? So I just hope that I guess I'll judge him on what he says here, but certainly not the fact that he had just happened.
Yeah,
He didn't
exactly. Like I want to see what he has to
See,
say.
you want to speed it up or whatever, like speed up the.
I'll put it up to 1. Let's put up the speed to 1.5.
Hey girls, good egg.
Hey, girl.
Before you contact a lawyer, I swear to God, I've got a cousin that's a lawyer. Let me ask him before you pay somebody.
Yes, ask him if playing music, elevator music behind the video makes it fair use.
Okay.
That's what I need to know.
He might not know, but it's worth a shot before you go
It
pay
makes
somebody.
it fair. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. It makes it for you. Ain't even got to pay nobody or ask nobody. I'm gonna tell you right now. It makes it fair use because it alters the video.
Yes, it's transformative. Okay, so by you speeding up the audio, by you playing music, or if you put edit clips on over his face or happy face emojis on the screen, yes, that's all transformative.
You have to alter the video in some way, shape, or form here. Like we can, pop these pictures over them and shit.
Yeah, that's what I heard, that you have to alter. I heard somebody talking about it on a stream saying you had to alter the video. It might have been you, Queen.
It is a transformative thing. It is. It is. But I'm just thinking of more creative ways to alter the video that won't.
Well, we can download our own music. You can now with the streamer, you can download your own music and play it. That's how I play that one girl's song.
I know. Well, okay, all right. So let's keep. Let's play it, and then
I'm sorry.
No, I know. I do think it's important, but I think it's like there's not like necessarily like rules to it because I've looked up the fair use. It's not necessarily straightforward, right? It's not like I could do. They have to look at a bunch of different factors, but I think as I've been talking about it, it's gonna be okay.
Yeah,
I just wanted you to do.
Strikes. I don't know though. I've never played any of his videos, but I don't think he does. I don't know.
I just didn't want you to pay with me knowing somebody was.
Oh, I wasn't really gonna pay a lawyer, but
I believed you.
I'm just extremely dramatic, and it's like the one thing me and Queen fight about a lot.
Right.
All right, here we go.
Absolutely, yeah, because I'm like, don't.
All right.
Or so. I made 2 videos about her, pretty much along really talking about it and covering the news story of what was happening with her relationship. Now we have some unfortunate news that her life has been taken away by her husband that is a Marine sergeant. Now, I do want to start off this video by saying condolences to the family, obviously. Nobody was wanting that to happen. Nobody was expecting that to happen. To be honest with you, because there was a lot of factors that I will cover. I think it can be an opportunity to also shine light on some other stuff
doing good
that I
by
think is
putting this
important.
out.
And while it's bad that this has happened, we can learn from it, or others can learn from it, and maybe find some strength to remove themselves from a situation that's not great. So as I give condolences to the family, as the people that support Dana Alotaibi, that some of those people are going to come here and try and come with their pitchforks, their knives, their swords, shields, whatever else to come at me. I appreciate your anger. I love the anger. Use the anger at the right people. Right? Be pissed off at Bryant. If you are a person that is in that situation, write letters to him.
Don't be mad at them.
That he could ever be sentenced to. If you hate the way this was handled by the military, awesome. If you watch my content, I've made a lot of critical, videos about how things have been handled in the military. Use it to write your representation and find a way to have military justice reform actually take place. Writing on my video, yes, that will speak in the cultural sphere, and that would obviously even help the video. But if you
I think he was right by putting the video out. I think he was doing good by putting the video out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think.
And responding to people.
Right. And I think what he's saying here is like,
he's not all for the military. I think he's trying to explain that he's made videos against what they've done too as well, not just for them.
And he's also saying like, hey, like if you feel strongly about that, like you can comment on my video. Sure, that helps my video. But if you really feel strongly about it, like you should take political action to try to push forward.
He says this now, though, but on the other video, he was like advocating for the military not owing her anything in regards of letting her know where her husband is.
But maybe
I think is kind of. I mean, they legally might not, but I got the vibe that he was speaking for it like as if you're entitled to that. Shut up, like you know what I mean?
Well, I think that here's the thing. It looks like without knowing all the context. What the complaint was from her was that they've put there's a no contact order in place that the Marines put in place, right? She didn't ask for it. They said this is what they do, and that's probably part of the process when it comes to a domestic violence policy. And it's actually a good policy because they don't put it on just the dependent. to ask for it. They're like, no, there's domestic violence here.
Oh
We're-
yeah,
and you
they
guys-
do that in California. I've known a couple of couples that have got domestic or that got restraining orders on each other with, you know, unsolicited. They didn't want it, and they try to sneak around it. And they get in more trouble. You know what I mean? Like,
so I feel like that they were doing the right thing there. And then I'm sure it's difficult for the communication, but she's basically talking to the sergeant and saying like, well, what's going on? And he didn't really have any updates for her because that was July 13th and he had been back for what, like a month. She's like, well, he went to legal. I'll let you know when there's an update. And there wasn't an update. She was frustrated. She can be frustrated, but I don't know if there was actually anything else that I was supposed to be doing. And the idea that like the Marines have to provide some sort of person whose job it is to be a go-between for these people on demand, it probably is not a service that is offered, right?
A mediator. Yeah.
no, and I know that, and I said, and that's what I'm saying is that it might not, like, you know, be a policy or legally a thing, but his attitude was kind of like, that's stupid. Why would you want to know? Or like, kind of, that was just a vibe I got, I guess.
I know
like,
that could have been his vibe. And I'm trying, it's hard because I know we're judging his tone, knowing what happened afterwards. Right.
Right. But I'm also keeping like a healthy open mind because I do commentary as well. And people could die after I fucking run them up and dog walk the fuck out of them. You know what I mean? So I keep that in mind too.
All right, so we'll keep playing and see what he says.
All right.
That will actually hopefully make change. And that's what I want from this. Some of this video is going to talk about ways at which the military system works, ways that I've experienced it. Some of this would be my own personal experience.
Which,
But I will
see, I
say,
like to hear
none of
the
this is
experiences that
involved
he
with
had.
protecting Bryant. Some of it is just the nature at which the system works, which you guys may interpret as me protecting it, but I'm letting you know this is me giving information about it. Many of the videos I make on this channel cover things that are found online through public source information.
Yeah,
and I usually
see,
make
we're gonna have
analysis
to
and
stop
talk about it
music on
from that
because
sphere.
This is way longer than
I can
15
tell you-
seconds each. Yeah, he said, okay, if they were divorced, how were they on base? She was on base because they were going through the divorce. I think he was
Yeah, they were trying to file.
right. Yeah, they were I think they had already filed, but they were trying to split their assets and she was waiting to get she explains in one of her videos about $20,000 or something. They had put like $40,000 together, and so he was either going to have to pay his half or sign it out or something. You know what I mean? I don't know what she was doing, but something about their vehicles and other things, that bank accounts and stuff like that they had together. So she hadn't signed off on it yet. So I'm guessing that's why she still lived there. She didn't get the eviction notice until she says her birthday, because she shared everything about her life on her social media. So anything you want to know, anything you want to find out will be on her YouTube, her TikTok. And I think that's another reason why she was a liability to the military, because she shared everything. And living on a base like that, they're not trying to have that, you know, people following her from different countries and watching what they do and how they, you know what I mean? Like,
I don't
Gabby was saying that it's like a policy. You can't run a business out of your house on base.
And she wasn't in base housing anymore. She said in the video that she had been evicted from base housing while he was like in the past year, basically at some point, because she had gotten in an altercation, a physical fight, and had been arrested.
That's right.
Right.
Oh,
So
okay,
she wasn't in base housing. The only thing I'm confused about is that, it could have just been wrong, but the last news report we watched said that their divorce had been finalized, like at a certain date, which must have been a mistake on their part because
because she said she was not leaving until they divorced and split their stuff.
Which does make sense. If she has a divorce in August 31st, she would have to fly back, right? So she probably felt safe. She had not seen him since November.
Right.
He was back, but they were not talking. There was a no contact order. She's ready to go on. She hasn't been around him. He hasn't assaulted her or anything in a long time. So she probably felt she had already escaped and she was just tying up loose ends, you know?
Right.
Right. So I would like to know. I think it was interesting. She said that they said in the first one, the family said that she was going to go help him. He said he had nowhere to live, because it sounds like that day in the car was the first time they had been around each other.
That's the vibe I was getting too.
Which is terrible. So that was the decision that ultimately, proved to be fatal. And it's really disturbing because I think she'd been away from him for so long. She probably felt that it was already a done deal,
Yeah.
It just seems like this is happening way too often.
Yeah. It
I
really
think-
does. And
Yeah.
I feel like that also, like, regarding the United States military, like like with those missing fucking soldiers and stuff like that, like on base missing that one girl,
Yep.
like just a lot
Yeah.
of fucking sweep under the carpet, fucking don't ask, don't tell kind of fuck shit.
Her
And
family had
I'm
to
just
go up
not
there and
having
pick
it.
it. Yeah, her family had to go up there and pick it for them to actually do something.
Yeah, it's fucking bullshit. See, and if she was no longer on base housing and was a sex worker and doing OnlyFans, and they were saying that shit to her, that's some un-American fucking nasty bullshit right there.
Well, I think that without going back, what I got from her was saying that was he had brought that Nicky MGTV had brought that up, and she was replying to it. She's like, yes, I put out a video about this. Yes, they gave me a hard time because she publicized the fact that they were like, you can't be doing this. But she was saying like, that's not why I actually got kicked off, and I could get away with it, but I don't recommend doing it.
Right, it's because of the fight.
And I will say that I think actually that, and I want to hear the rest of what he's going to say, because I think that the Marines and like these other, they've had to put in pretty, they're going to have a problem with domestic violence, right? They're going to have a problem with domestic violence. And I think they do have a lot of procedures. And I think all those procedures went into place in this case. So it'll be interesting to see like where the breakdown is and what could be changed,
Yeah.
All right, let's see. I think I accidentally went back a little bit, so I have to find where I was at.
Part of the investigation even released it. And it says that she later died at the hospital, and Castillo was also taken to the hospital for his injuries, and his bail was set to $1 million. According to the news articles that are out there, it appears that Dana was pregnant. From what she told her family, she never mentioned that on any of the research I ever did. And I don't see any reports making any other confirmatory as far as like autopsies or anything like that. But this brings a lot of questions. It does, because if you watch my past videos,
Which,
on this
they
subject,
have not.
remember,
From what
she had a
I'm
restraining
aware of, it
order,
has not
a
been confirmed other
military-
than her mother saying she's not going to meet her first grandbaby. And her mother says that in the news interview. So, hold on. She was 3 months pregnant and he was in Japan. So who was the father? Was it him or someone else? And I think that was another fight that they had as well, because there's a video of her. I actually have like an 11-minute thing. It's like 11 minutes of videos and TikToks and stuff. Can you play her TikToks on here? Like, do you have
I don't have TikTok.
Oh, did
So
you
it's not
see
allowed-
that?
okay.
Are you talking
Fine.
about the TikTok? It was the last TikTok she put up of her confronting that girl. Is that the one you're talking about? She confronted this chick at some radio station banquet, or like, where they're outside with the tents and stuff. And she's like, hey, are you so-and-so? And she's like, yeah. And she's like, oh, you're the one that likes to F my husband, huh? And the lady
there
who
was a
posted
video
it,
on here. She's like, I just wanted to beat her fucking ass, but she doesn't. She's all cute and she looks all nice. But the bad thing is, why I'm not going to beat her ass is because she doesn't even know anything about me.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so
This is one of that's one of the many, baby. There's like hundreds of videos. You know what I mean? Like, she's been doing this for a long time. She's got Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, like, so the lady who posted it though, right, was not Dana. And the person's caption on it said, "This is the last video she posted on TikTok." And I was like, "What?" But I didn't get a chance to go over to her TikTok yet, though.
Well, yeah. So obviously, if she was pregnant, it was not with him. But I mean, they were separated. Like, he had filed for divorce. That he was in a different country. They weren't living together. So I don't think there's anything.
I mean, how long has he been in Japan? Like,
since like November,
okay.
Or December, and they were going through divorce. They were separated. So this isn't like cheating or anything like that. Though, I mean, he could have still been freaked out about if he found out about that. I have no idea. But I mean, it's definitely not. He definitely was not the father.
Restraining order, but not a civilian restraining order for what she told us. From this point, it looks like Bryant had used a knife, some kind of weapon at this point, to then cause damage to Dana, which eventually she succumbed to her wounds. Now, he also did, during this time, run into some brush and then I guess try to make some kind of self-harm scars or try and take his own life. But apparently, as far as we know, he is in the hospital and he is still alive, and we've heard nothing about that yet.
He did.
Because I think it's
They took
important
him
that the
straight to the
family be
hospital
heard to
first, and
understand
then
the
they
pain
took
and
him to
suffering
the
they're going
jail.
through. The mom did talk about this with us news agency, and they said this. It's so sad. It's very sad because we have our plans for everything. And she goes on to say, feeling so bad at this. I have a feeling like working in an empty space. I don't know. It's so hard to explain. Just want to know my daughter has plans to come back to Virginia, make her life, live with her kid because she is pregnant. So we get everything ready for that she come back. Was feeling so sad. Look, my life is empty. I really want to. I really has planned here for my grandbaby. And I think how they're dead is in very trouble. Only I can pray is bring. I want to bring my daughter home. What was the plan? It's real. Like I'm never going to see my friend again. I'm glad my last talk with her was positive. And, you know, hearing these words from her mom, I've seen video as well from this situation of her talking about it. And it looks like she is, or is probably at this point already over in Hawaii. And she said she was going to talk to the military out there. But I have to say, I take domestic violence seriously for several reasons. One of those reasons being, I was a person that witnessed it. That's no fun, especially as a kid, right? And then at the other side of this, I've also been accused of it falsely. And that was actually annotated investigation, which that could have maybe had some bias for me, right? As I covered.
Falsely accused.
Like we all,
what the hell? I'll remove it for a second and we'll pop it back on when it's over. But what the hell is he talking about? He got falsely accused.
He said he was falsely accused?
Yeah, he just said he was falsely accused of it as well.
Oh, snap. The fucking plot thickens.
So
yeah,
he's fucking thickens, but I did put the fucking background music on because we're going way more longer than 15 seconds, so I have to put it on. I have to put it on. You know what I mean? Like, I have to. We're going way too long.
Y'all, I've got a 3-year-old today.
Okay, we're gonna have to get some more. We're gonna have to start recruiting.
We gotta download. We're gonna have to upload us some music because we can upload our own music. We just have to find some that we can, tolerate.
It's not the music. It's not the actual music. It's the hearing the
chat. You can't listen to things at once.
But we'll ask the chat too. We could post a job posting for it to have some other part-time screen shares that we can have on call.
Good Egg was about to lose her mind the other night. That was so funny.
There was a lot going on.
Because I was
super
right
overstimulating.
I couldn't have done it.
Too much.
Yeah.
Oh, hey. I wanted to ask if anybody has found his military history. I wanted to know if he served in combat in the Middle East or as what's up with that.
Yes,
anyways, all right.
It depends on how old he is. It's hard to imagine now, but I would imagine most of the people who were recruited who are his age were probably almost too young to have ever been deployed to the Gulf.
It says here that he enlisted in 2016 out of New York.
Yeah, then
he is a rifleman assigned to 3rd Littoral Combat Team, 3rd Marine Littoral Regiment. The Marine Corps told Marine Corps Times in a Monday statement. Dana Alotaibi is 27, and that's all it says. That's all I can find.
I don't know though, Good Egg. I've got my husband's cousin. Her husband is he's in the Army. That he has been like 4 times since 2016.
Wow, really?
Colonel.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's a colonel. I think he's on up there. But he's been numerous times, is what I'm saying. So he could be gone.
Yeah, because listen, this is crazy. This is not Afghanistan, but for Iraq, the last soldiers left Iraq in 2011. Can you believe it's been that long?
Jeez.
No.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's nuts. It's been over a decade since anybody's been in Iraq. And then it says here the vast majority. Oh, this is British. I'm looking at British troops. That might have been wrong. I might have accidentally Googled the UK, but I'm gonna play it because I can't Google and do this at the same time.
Is that because you're in Canada? Get out
Yes,
of
because
Canada.
it's close to my queen. I'm part of the Commonwealth. I'm loyal to the queen, obviously.
You're kin to the royal family.
Yeah.
Damn Canadians, I swear.
Hey.
I also want to address the fact that people are upset that I made those first 2 videos and now going back on those. I understand. It looks bad. I mean, once you have the Monday morning quarterback and you see that she cried for help and you saw how this went down. But there was a lot more to that, which not that justifies her getting her life taken away. But as someone that has been part of that and looked into it, there's a lot of things that I look back at the video that I said, I know the pattern of the video. The last video I made about this was honestly, if you rewatch it, it was my frustration that Dana had resources that she was not utilizing or things that she could have done. I'm not trying to blame her in this situation. I know people are going to go there, but I believe that in every situation that we are in, there is a shared level of input and output of what happens within those relationships. No matter what, no one's 100%. No one, that's just how it is. There are things that happen that they are all contributing factors and should be noted. At the end of the day, again, I've said Bryant is human garbage, waste of air right now because he took her life. However, those past videos, just like any video I make, is a stamp in time. Right then, what is going on? And it's easy to come back and just be like, well, you saw all the signs. Kind of. You did. But it was convoluted with a lot of other things that made it difficult to determine the seriousness, to determine what was happening, because there were a lot of inconsistencies as you dug into this. I truly believe using this platform, using these videos to pass something on to the next person is just the fundamental thing that people do. It's the fundamental thing that we as humans are on this earth to do, to continue and to ensure things do not happen to harm others, or to make sure that we can prevent things from happening in the future. So I want to break down some points with this of things.
Okay, but I mean, I think what he's saying is fair. Like, he was criticizing her, he said, for not taking advantage of resources that she had, right? And then complaining about stuff. He could actually still have that opinion. Like, it's separated from, he wasn't giving the opinion that, oh, she should have taken care of it or she wouldn't have been murdered. Like, that wasn't his context at all. He was saying, he was talking about her complaining about it at the time. So I think it's hard to keep the later context out, but it wasn't like he was saying, well, it's your responsibility to, get yourself safe from being, attacked, or to meet foul play. Like, he didn't know that was gonna happen. She didn't know that was gonna happen.
Right. We'll see.
Things I'm going to go back and look at and kind of give why it was difficult for me to even cover that story in the light that I think a lot of people wanted me to. Number one, Dana had a military protective order against Bryant. Now, in my conversations with him, I can tell you that Bryant had told me that the military protective order was because of that. There was no contest that he said he wanted to.
Shit.
Now, as far as him getting non-judicial punishment, Dana had claimed.
I didn't know they talked.
Wait, who talked?
He just said, when I talked to Bryant, he had consulted with him before making the videos.
Oh my God.
That makes sense.
Oh, snap.
So say what he said, because I missed it.
He said something about when I talked to him, and they said, Bryant said, here, rewind it a tiny bit. Make sure I got it right. Hold on.
There was no contest that he said he wanted to. Now, as far as him getting non-judicial punishment with them,
a little bit back, a little more back than that.
Bryant had told me that down some points with this of things I'm going to go back and look at and kind of give why it was difficult for me to even cover that story in the light that I think a lot of people wanted me to. Number one, Dana had a military protective order against Bryant. Now, in my conversations with him, I can tell you that Bryant had told me that the military protective order was because of that. There was no contest that he said he wanted to. Now, as far as him getting non-judicial punishment.
So he's saying that he talked to Bryant, and Bryant admitted, yeah, I did say I was going to kill her, and that's why there's an order.
Right. Okay.
Dana had claimed that was because of that, because he had made this threat. However,
well, she
it was
sent
further
pictures
confirmed,
of
even with
herself to her mom. I think, did I put him up here already, or did I do it with the backstage just us? Good egg. Was it just us back there? With the picture, with the one she sent her mom where she's got the bruises circled?
That's the picture. Do you want me to put
that?
Yeah,
she sent a picture of the domestic abuse that she was dealing with. She documented it and was trying to keep it documented from my understanding.
Mm-hmm.
She was sending things to her mom to let her know what was going on toward the end. I think it took a while for her to open up to her mom and tell her mom what was going on. But once she did, she started documenting it. And here's one of the pictures that her mom put out that she said she sent her with all the bruises on her. You see all the bruises, like the circles?
And you notice that's where that nobody could really see if she's, because even a low cut shirt's not going to show that.
Yep, and abusers often do that on purpose.
Yeah, she said she had a lot of marks, like he would grab her by the back of her hair, like by the nape of her hair, that she would get,
Yep, my abuser used to hit me in the back and shit, like on purpose, because he knew that I wasn't going to wear like a backless shirt.
Yeah.
Queen, did you say you couldn't play the TikTok? Because I have TikTok and can go find the video.
Well, I got some clips of her TikToks, but Good Egg's the one screen sharing, which with the TikToks, I don't have to play anything behind it. I only have to do that on YouTube's. Like when we play someone's full video, we have to alter the video when you stream someone else's stuff. So
do you want me to find it and then email it to you?
Well, I have them, baby, but she doesn't have TikTok.
Okay.
So for her to, we would have to have somebody come up and screen share that has TikTok, because if they could, we would be able to play all of them. I mean, I don't care.
I can screen share, I think.
Yeah, you can. You can screen share after this, only one at a time.
Let me see if I can find it. Let me make sure I've got it on my iPad. I might have to switch my iPhone.
Yeah, I was
Hold
gonna
on.
say you'll have to. Yeah, I was gonna say yeah. As long as you're comfortable with that, yeah, I'll pop it up here right
Yeah,
whenever.
I don't mind
we're
at
done
all.
with
Let me
this.
see if I can find it. I'm gonna pause myself mute myself for a minute. Let me go see if I can find it.
Yeah, that's fine, baby. Thank you.
What's her name?
Dana, you know what? I'll email it to you because I have a bunch of them already. But I'll email it to you so you can go straight to it, the link.
Yeah,
Okay.
email it to me.
All right.
I feel like he's about to say something like, okay, hold on a second.
Me too.
I think he's about to say something important. I want to.
Purpose that made a article about this with official military release of information that said that this sergeant had broken the military protective order, and that's why he was NJP, along with what Bryant told me, which did confirm that. And he told me the reason he broke that military protective order was because she was draining his accounts, and that is what made him very upset enough to still reach her.
No.
If you become the victim of gate seat theft while waiting,
Negative. I'm not accepting that at all. Like, that's ridiculous.
What did that bitch boy just say?
Yeah. He's basically. I'm gonna rewind it
He
again.
said, hold on. He went and broke the order because she was draining the bank account. Is that what he said?
I want to rewind it one more time. Is Gabby still in the chat? What does NGP mean? Does that mean why he was sent to Okinawa?
Hold on.
Yeah, I need to rewind this and rethink this because I think it's important. Is she? I'm not looking at you. Oh, hold on. Let me look at this. At the comments.
MGP.
All right, baby. It's back up. It's back up on there.
Hold on. I'm trying to look. Hold on a second.
I think what he's saying is he broke it, and then that's why they sent him. They deployed him. I think. Let me listen to it one more time. All right, so let's listen very carefully. Hold on, I'm trying to figure this out.
And he told me the reason he broke that military protective order was because she was drinking to her. Now, as far as
Was
him
because
getting
she was
non-judicial
drinking?
punishment,
I'm just trying to figure out the timeline because he threatens to kill her, he gets the order, and now he broke it, and he's going to explain about him breaking it. But I couldn't understand, so let's do it again.
Yeah, let's listen to it again.
Non-judicial punishment. Okay.
they had claimed that was because of that, because he had made this threat. However, it was further confirmed, even with Task and Purpose, that made a article about this with official military release of information that said that this sergeant had broken the military protective order, and that's why he was NJP, along with what Bryant told me, which did confirm that. And he told me the reason he broke that military protective order was because she was draining his accounts, and that is what.
That's bullshit. What he's basically saying is, I don't remember. He's basically acting like she was lying because I guess he got a protective order, and then he got something called non-judicial punishment, which I'm going to assume means when the Marines punish you, like it's not like you get in trouble with a criminal violation, but it's kind of like that. Like they say you did something wrong and they punish you for it. Non-judicial punishment.
Like on base military.
On base, like some sort of
shit.
punishment.
Yeah.
And he's saying, well, she said that it was because he threatened to kill her, but it's not really this. But you hear how she talks. She does not speak very clearly. She's probably conflating the two. He threatened to kill her. He got a protective order. He broke the protective order. He got punished. So for her to say, yeah, the reason he got punished because he threatened to kill me is not being dishonest. It's like not exactly right, but it's not. That is basically what it is, you know?
Right.
And it seems like he's saying like that he went and on his own and went and found documentation. So I have a big problem with him. Like, who cares? You don't have to draining the accounts. You don't get. There's no good reason to break a protective order.
Yeah. No.
And if it was his accounts, then he should have been able to take his money out or close the accounts. You know, like
yes.
All right.
That part too.
Yeah. No good.
What made him very upset enough to still reach her. I was reading on military spouse pages that were bashing her and going through this entire thing. And I even had people that were coming at me that were sitting there saying, you don't want to know how many times the police were there, right? There were a lot of times that they were there. And allegedly they were moved out because of the videos that she was making in that house. And I have to ask at this point, you know, why was there not?
And she told you that that's not why that she was moved out. She told you like in the response video, that it was because she got arrested for assault on base, which I believe is probably, I mean, she could be lying, but that to me, that sounds like that probably is the reason. You know, that seems like saying that you would clearly be removed from it. And for him to say that without even, he could at least acknowledge what she said in the response video, right?
Right.
All right.
Not a civilian protective order in place if this was the case. Why was it only military? Bryant was in her pink Jeep when this happened, allegedly, from what I've seen in the reports. So it looks like they both were breaking their military protective order and were together. Allegedly, per his sister, posted somewhere, I've not had a copy of that, but had said that Dana had tried to reach Bryant because he said he was having an episode where he wanted to end his life. And I will commend Dana for wanting to step in and wanting to be the person that is there for somebody, obviously, even despite their differences. However, again, I'm looking back at the situation. She was not supposed to contact him. He was not supposed to contact her. She had resources such as military. She had his chain of command all the way up to First Sergeant Kern, down, had friends that she knew of, could have called the police, could have called a lot of other people. For someone that really cared about her safety and obviously was crying out, it was a mixed motion and obviously the perfect whirlwind of those coming together where someone's having an issue already. This divorce is happening. All these things are mixing together. My next.
So he basically roped her in by saying that he was, you know, felt suicidal. And that's why she was with him that day.
Oh my God.
Which is a typical abuser tactic.
Totally.
Yeah, what the hell? What the hell?
Yeah. Okay.
The next point here is the fact that people say the military did not do enough for Dana Alotaibi. And, you know, I would really love to say the military has all this power and might that they can just whack the hammer down, bam, that's done, justice is served. There is a lot more to that than people will think. And this is where some of you guys will think, I'm protecting Bryant. I'm not protecting Bryant. I'm saying these are things that are inherently, through legal systems, how this is the way it is. And that is not because I made the decision. It's because it's how the system works. First, we have to agree that all of us had no understanding of the evidence that was held by the chain of command, or anybody for that fact, and what they could actually hold Bryant for, what they could actually charge him for. And that is because he never actually went to court-martial. He got non-judicial punishment for breaking that restraining order, but nothing before that. Okay? I have to remind you guys, though, that while, yes, she made these claims to the chain of command, that would become he said, she said, unless they had evidence. We don't know what that is. We can't just say, Bryant, someone said you were going to do something to them, and Bryant said, I didn't do that. You know, what if that was the case? And then the military says, fine, we will throw you in jail or the brig military prison for indefinitely to protect this person from you or whatever the case. That is not how that works. And I will say a perfect example of this. You guys forget, Eddie Gallagher was held in jail for months. And even Stuart Scheller was held in jail for a week as a quotations flight risk because they tried to justify legally why they would hold somebody. And when you hold somebody for these reasons and people have voices outside of that to say, why, what is your reason? What is your capability of doing this? And show us justification why this person is detained and why they are being put in a military brig without any due process. That is something that you have to understand. There is a military justice system that has some similarities as a civilian justice system, as some of those things get looked at.
So, I mean, like, it's true. Like, there was nothing that the military could have done to stop her from getting in the car with him that day, unless they show something that they really could have sped up the legal process for her, and they didn't, right? Because they had already been offering to send her home. She was saying, yeah, okay, you'll send me home, but like I still need to get this other stuff done, right? So I don't think it doesn't seem like anybody's saying it was a case that she was saying like, please send me home, and she was waiting on them to do the logistical stuff. I still don't think she was making a mistake because, I mean, it's not, I thought her reasons for staying were legitimate. And obviously she didn't know that she felt like she wasn't in immediate danger, like he wasn't around. But yeah, the military could not have done anything to stop her from getting in the car with him that day, except, she was breaking the order. This really bothers me because I just feel this is just so horrifying to me. I hate this.
Okay, I'm ready whenever y'all are.
Queen, you want me to stop this screen or you want to finish this first, or what do you want to do? I'm going to keep, well, she has to change it out.
Finish what we're doing first. Yeah. Then we'll pop hers up.
Yeah, that's
like this, which is why I was like, could there please be a civilian protective order? Because I wanted Dana to be protected. And we all have to agree at the same time, no matter if it's a military or civilian protective order, these are all pieces of paper until something is broken or happens and it is reported. Other than that, there is still
Hold on,
a
the
level of
police
self-defense
can't do
with the person
anything
that
for
is
military at all? It says police will not handle military issues at all.
Okay,
The
so what?
botanical says, I didn't know that.
So what
On base.
Yeah, what he was saying, I think what he's saying is that he wishes there was a military protective order that the military put in. He's saying, I wish there was also a civil protective order, like when you go down to the regular county, but she would have had to do that. See, this is why the military does have this higher level of dealing with domestic violence, because they don't need to wait for the woman to go file for a protective order. They're saying, no, we are putting it in place. Whereas in the town she's living in, the county she's living in, isn't going to come in and say, we're going to put an order in place. So there was no civil protective order because neither of them had filed for a restraining order against each other.
Oh, okay.
So if the police wouldn't be, the regular police would not be enforcing the order. If he violates it, only the military can respond to it, not the regular.
So that's how a lot of the shit gets covered up and stuff like that, I think.
All right, let's see.
Is actually feeling like they're scared. That could be changing their phone numbers, deleting social media accounts. It is sad that someone would have to go to that, but having an active role,
that's probably another reason why they are scared,
But again, these are made to ensure that someone can feel safe. Now I want to get into a part that a lot of people are not going to like, but this has been an evident thing across.
Here we go.
Social media
going to be my arguing point.
Yes, she had a crying video that she was out there very sad, and I am sad to see that was not taken to a degree higher. There's a lot of dilution with other drama that Dana was going through. I understand someone has passed away. I do have a moral ground to say that is sad, but I also have this objective, practical mindset where I can also say, I don't have to like what everyone always did. I don't people are going to say that Nicky was probably a piece of crap, whatever, but I have solace in knowing that my family and my friends and people that actually knew me, that actually care about me, will believe what they want to believe because that's how they know me. A lot of what Dana would make claims about made it very difficult to focus on one thing, trust, and apply that and say, oh, I should be alerted by this because the messaging.
Hey, will you pause this for 1 sec? I got to do a blessing, or an honor. B. Botanical said, yes, police will not handle any military USMC policies itself. Police will not get involved. See, I didn't know that. I honor you for that. Thank you so much for the super chat, Train. Thank you.
In the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Blessings, blessings coming through.
Attention there. I can commend Dana. She was able to grab attention faster than probably anyone I knew. I'll give some examples.
One of them was
I did. Her Instagram story. She had claimed that she had served.
The music's still on, bitch.
Which I can no longer.
I got to pause. I can't hear it either, so I didn't know what was going.
See, you can't wait. You can't really hear the music when it's going, Queen?
No, I can't really hear it.
Oh, this explains all of our conflict here. Because if you could hear it, I feel like we would it would be different. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, no, and you know what? I didn't even notice it until I actually had to go back and listen. Somebody sent me a clip of my own video, and I had to go back and listen.
That's hilarious.
And I'm like, what
fucking hilarious.
I was like, damn,
that's fucking god. That is fucking hilarious.
It's too much.
It's on pause though. It really is on pause. I
know it's on pause because I am always aware of it all the time.
And she said Brian had served her. And then she finally clarified what Brian had told me and sent me photos of was that they had a divorce that was going through. Brian had served her. She had declined it to go.
I don't think he'll strike, but if he does, then fuck it. I guess
obviously I don't expect her to roll over, but that is why the divorce never actually went through. And this was months out, and they both.
Oh wait, he's gonna say why the divorce hadn't gone through. So I'm gonna
we'll pop up our fair use.
Yeah.
Now that it's already too late.
I'm gonna go back and see. I have a little bit of a problem with this. I have a problem with him. He didn't like this girl. He didn't like this girl's online persona, and he also is he was really against it. He didn't like the OnlyFans. He thought it was really tacky. Right. You could tell, he just, you know what I mean? Yeah, and I have no problem. I have zero problem with him not liking her. Seeing her content, I would have the exact. I mean, I was saying in the chat before, she's trolling, she's not being serious, but at the same time, I found that extremely distasteful, and I do not like her personality. I didn't like how she was talking about people, all that type of stuff. So, and he does this type of commentary, so it makes total sense that he would cover her, and it makes sense to me that he would reach out to the husband to try to find out more information. That's fine, but the moment that guy admitted to you that he is has an order against him because he told her that he was going to kill her is, to me, ethically, that's when you should probably stop talking to that guy. Like, just not interested in his side of the story.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree. So that part, that little part right there, like you're so right. Like it
Well, you
made
know, I
me
mean,
like kind of
just
like
him saying
weird.
that. Listen, just him saying that and it being on video, they can subpoena him to court now. You know, because of that and because of the threats that were made previous. Not only that, though, people are saying he went into court and pled not guilty. Okay, maybe some people are not aware of how the court system goes. Even though some, you know, people get caught red-handed at what they're doing,
Still plead not
you
guilty.
know, they still plead not guilty, yes, even though they know they're guilty, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, he knows what he did. He knows what it is. But in order to go through the court proceedings, he's going to plead not guilty for the first probably 10 fucking court dates. You know what I mean? Because they go in, you know, and a lot of people don't understand that. They're like, oh my God, how's he plead? Even if he said, I'm guilty, I'm guilty, I'm guilty, I'm guilty, they're still going to have to go through court proceedings. You know what I'm saying? It's not just going to.
Like, yeah, and the evidentiary hearing and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And they got to bring their evidence. Then, you know what I'm saying? Like, they got to have all that. Because if he ever tries to go back and say, I was mentally unstable, or I didn't know what I was doing, or, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know that I was pleading guilty. I was out of my mind. And you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know why people act like that. Like, I don't mean act like that in a bad way, but that people have that misunderstanding. I say it a lot. People are like, how dare they plead not guilty at their first appearance? I want to be like, nobody pleads guilty at their first appearance.
Yeah, it's very, it's very unheard of. I mean, unless they really have some issues going on, or, you know what I mean?
Right. I mean, it doesn't happen like that. Okay. So this is what I'm going to just rewind a little bit, because he's saying that he's explaining why the divorce didn't go through. He's blaming it on her, maybe. Let me see here.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know that. I know the husband was blaming it on her. I don't know about, you know, this guy, but I know the husband was blaming it on her because he said she was basically stagulating because she didn't just sign the papers. She said, no, I'm not going to just sign the fucking papers. You're going to give me half of what you owe. Like, I'm not just going to sign the papers. You're not just going to take my stuff. You know, like, I want it settled. You're not just going to get away with that. You know what I mean? Like, she wanted her stuff. You know, she wanted to make sure that they went to court and that it was done the right way. And he just was like not having it.
Oh, okay, wait. Look at this. Because remember how I said before that it was weird that the news said that their divorce was finalized, and she said that she still had court dates?
Yes.
Look at the top here, what this thing is. This is a motion declaration for post-decree relief, which I'm thinking means that it was finalized, right? They were divorced, but now going in for some sort of post-decree relief. So let me see what he says.
She finally clarified what Brian had told me and sent me photos of, was that they had a divorce that was going through. Brian had served her. She had declined it to go any further because she wanted to split the assets. And fair enough. Obviously, I don't expect her to roll over, but that is why the divorce never
right.
went
She
through.
declined because she wanted to get her, you know, her assets. That's, you know what I mean?
Yes, but look here at the bottom. Other relief sought, set aside divorce decree. So they did have a divorce decree. And she was going back to court asking it to be set aside and to go back and then to do some sort of asset thing. But that had not been taken care of before they were divorced, it looks like. So it looks like yeah.
Now that makes sense. Something she said in her video.
Right.
I wasn't sure what she was saying, and now I understand it. She was saying, like, yes, our divorce is in place, but I am not going anywhere until X, Y, and Z is done about my assets.
Right. It wasn't taken care of beforehand. And then afterwards, she was like, so she's trying to go, right?
I gotcha.
Fine, but it looks like, yes, it was a post divorce issue. Okay.
It to go any further because she wanted to split the assets. And fair enough. Obviously, I don't expect her to roll over, but that is why the divorce never actually went through. And this was months out, and they both confirmed that they had a court date coming up. Then she had the Marine that approached her door that was trying to hook up with her because she had a P-Hub account.
That's when her stuff went viral, I think. On TikTok. I'm pretty sure that's when her video on TikTok went viral.
Great. Now I'm messed. Hold on.
First, before we start anything on this video, I have been reached out by hundreds of people.
Oh, you have
that she
to
was not
fast
utilizing
forward.
things that she could.
Some fool crept on her at her fucking house, dude.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, damn.
Yes, because of her OnlyFans. She had a big booty. She really did. She had a big booty. You know what I mean? And she made good money.
Yes.
But that's not okay for you to be following somebody to their fucking house.
No.
Happy,
Exactly.
Did you see that part of her video that I played, the long one I played, where she talked about that incident?
I saw something
That was
about
really
yeah.
I felt really sad for her because she was telling the incident. Basically, she drives a pink Jeep, so it's a very distinctive car.
Okay.
So you would know if like you knew who she was, you would know that that was her car. So he came up to her home. He did not know where she lived. He saw where she parked. And
Okay, I saw that she was approached in her car, and she's like, "I don't feel comfortable. This is inappropriate," or something like that.
he came up to her.
Yeah, because they used to pull her over. That was another problem. She said they used to pull her over all the time. And I do think, I mean, even though her husband knew that she did OnlyFans, I think he got jealous because of situations like this. Like she would make videos and say, you know, when we, like the one I played where it says, where she's like, this guy's riding a bicycle and she's like, when we get a divorce, you'll be riding your bike and I'll be riding your homies. And, you know, she would say shit like that to troll, you know, just because she, you know what I mean? Like she would talk shit. And I think it made her husband very jealous when people started showing up, like these sergeants started showing up and pulling her over, talking to her, wanting her phone number. You know what I mean?
Right. But
it
jealous
made him very jealous.
Yeah, and jealous and like yeah, I'm sure he was extremely jealous. But just to be clear, like jealousy is his problem.
Yeah.
You know, jealousy is
But-
never the other person's problem.
And you know, some women though, that makes them. I know somebody that was in an abusive situation, and she would make her husband jealous like that, and people think that's crazy. But I think she did it because that made her feel like he cared.
Yeah, and either way, whatever the reason is, if you feel jealous, that is your problem, right? Like you need to work through that. You know, it's never anybody else's problem that you are made jealous, right? So anyway, this fact that this guy came to her home, like, and opened the screen door when she opened the door. I mean, and she said she felt violated, and it's extremely violating that somebody would do that, and he's in a uniform. Like that's disgusting to me. I haven't seen the video yet though, so I guess he's gonna play it now.
Okay.
Wanted to split the assets. And fair enough. Obviously, I don't expect her to roll over, but that is why the divorce never actually went through. And this was months out, and they both confirmed that they had a court date coming up. Then she had the Marine that approached her door that was trying to hook up with her because she had a P-Hub account and I guess was a fan, is what she said on her initial video. Now, that brought a different kind of drama to this because that was something that people focus on. And then they said, oh, how are you mad then if you had this P-Hub account? This isn't just some random guy showing up to your house at Marine Corps Base Hawaii. She also is causing drama with a lot of the dependents. And I know a lot of those people are coming on to my videos to talk about this. I appreciate you guys wanting to voice your opinions, but I also have to say, I saw that page and there were a lot of people that were mean and just, you know, ragging on her, you know, because that was the thing to do right then, right? Because Dana was doing crazy things. For example, she would park in the fallen soldier parking with her pink Jeep and make jokes about that. She would use the N-word with people, and she was called out about that, and she didn't find something wrong with that. She also, per some of the Arabic community, was saying she was Arabic, even though she wasn't, to gain money from them, as far as I'm assuming to say that she was, and trying to get that community to, I guess, watch her videos that she posts online for a fee, if you will, you understand what I'm saying. And it turns out that a lot of the Arabic community did not appreciate that. And we're even seeing that right now, where there are tons of really mean comments on
I
her
noticed
YouTube video
that the
saying that
Arabic
they're
community
happy
was
about this, which
going
I'm
after
very
her.
disgusted with. As far as that goes, I would never wish someone to, you know, go down south or whatever else, but it is rough, man. She also made accusations that she was sleeping with her grandfather on several occasions as well. And so there was a lot of this attention grabbing, what the next thing that was happening, that it was hard to focus. When I would make a video about Dana, I would have to sit down and say, this is relevant, that's not relevant, and try and narrow down an idea because it was that difficult because there was so much going on. And that even included her provoking Bryant and some of this by posting photos with her and other men, even though they were still technically married with various men on top of that. I will also say that the fact that Bryant, per our direct messages, was ordered by his command to essentially be quiet. But even during that time, we still saw Dana posting stuff that were very much directed at Bryant on a regular basis. It's hard to say this because it doesn't mean that there should be this recourse of what he did. But I also have to respect that whenever there's an action, there is an equal or opposite reaction. And that is something that could happen and should be expected. And we're in a crazy world. People do crazy things. So if I could, summarize the story.
I'm sorry. What is this?
What
equal
the
and
fuck
opposite
did he
reaction?
say? What the fuck did he just say?
Yeah, that needs to be expected. What was the equal and opposite reaction?
This fool could eat my whole dick, dude. No, I don't think so,
Sounds
fool.
like he
No.
meant she deserved it.
Yeah.
That was his saying she deserved it, because what he just said was her actions were antagonistic, which I have no time for. Like, you need to be more emotionally in control of yourself to not, be a woman beater or a murderer. But the only reaction he made, since he's been away the entire time, he hadn't seen her, and that was the first time he saw her, he murdered her brutally. That was the only reaction. He just called it an equal and opposite reaction. Not
Yeah.
equal. And he also said it should be expected.
I heard that correctly, right? Yeah, he did say that. That's fucking sick. He just tried to church up saying it was her fault. Like, I fucking swear to God.
Let me be really clear. Like, there's people you can antagonize anybody. Listen, she acted I really found her behavior to be gross. Like, I would not. Well, I don't know.
Her behavior was disgusting.
Let me be clear. You can antagonize people as much as you want. You can say the most foul, disgusting things. You can say things that are so hurtful that are meant to rile somebody up. It doesn't matter. You are not allowed to then hurt that person, break the law, assault them, or kill them. That's it. You can't.
Right.
That's it. Doesn't matter.
That's not the way that shit works.
That's not how the world works. Okay, let's see.
And that's how some people do it to get views, you know?
Right. A lot of her trolling and not being like, she wasn't serious when she said and did a lot of the shit. It was a part of growing her social media. And even if she was dead ass serious, it's still like, you know.
And she obviously tried. She knew how to be provocative. The reason why she would bill herself with her like adult content career as Saudi Arabian is because that would make her that would let her stand out, right? Like, there's not a lot of or like, Saudi Arabian porn actresses out there. And so for her to bill herself that way, that was definitely like a marketing type thing,
Yep. And we know somebody right now that's saying gross stuff and crazy stuff to get views. I mean, there's content creators constantly doing that to create a following to watch craziness. You know?
Yeah. And it's nothing to do with being. Let me also be clear. This guy beat her. Obviously, we saw the thing. So he beat her before.
Right.
It was he was a domestic violence abuser with a history. They'd had a lot of calls out there, and he is a murderer. So to be clear, she could have been a perfect wife, and he still would have done stuff like this. Right? It's not like, violent men who beat and murder their wives only do that if the wife is problematic. They treat all women like that.
Right.
As much as I can, because it sucks. It really does. And this is a real story of how domestic violence is real. This is a real story about how domestic violence is messy. This is a real story about how it can be difficult to end the relationship, to leave, to whatever. And I hope, if anything, this empowers somebody out there to get help. And I waited a few days to really gather my thoughts. And so this is what it is. This is the end of this topic. This is the end of this entire thing, because sadly, that it ended in a very sad way. And honestly, I think if I find out what happens to Bryant, I will cover that situation, because I feel like to give that closure, or that seal of justice was served, which I hope is to the max extent. I hope that's the case. So again, if you guys need help, resources, whatever else, hit me up. I don't know what I'll do, but I can definitely try and find something for you if I can. Remember, I have to be honest here. I'm now in a situation. I've been affected by it. I've seen other people affected by it. And I take it very seriously. So I want that frustration, that anger. I want this to be why you guys write somebody, because it has been known that military justice reform could be a thing that is needed, not just for this situation, but for many others as well. This is where your voice can be heard. And I would like to see you guys actually act on that and see where we can go with it. But as always, if you guys do have questions about this or anything else, hit me up on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, TikTok, or down in the comments below. I love you guys. See you next time.
Did Queen jump off panel? Did she get kicked off, Kat? Oh, you're gonna be right back. Happy's gonna be right back too. All right, so I think Queen just got kicked out. She'll be back. But yeah, I think this is interesting. I think it's actually kind of useful because it always comes up for me in a lot of things that we talk about online. I find that one of my big things that I'm always trying to argue is that there is no such thing as a perfect victim, and that so there's no such thing as a perfect victim, and then also like once somebody is a victim, it really is not useful to try and like point out their flaws because
Or
it really
bash
is
them.
not what the victim is like, right? It's about the perpetrator.
Right. You're re-victimizing them to
Mhm.
me. And
Mhm.
it's just like, have you seen the honeymooner that that offed his wife on they got married I think in March and waited to go on their honeymoon until July,
Mhm.
and they went to was it Fiji or something? I think it was Fiji. Um, and had been there for 2 days, and I'm talking about like a place that's $3,500 a
Oh
night.
yeah, those are extremely expensive, yeah.
Yeah, and the second night in, he beat her to, you know, unalive, and he is now in a Fiji jail.
Oh, he
And
killed
they
her?
are, yeah, with the toilet bowl, not the like the back of the toilet bowl.
Oh my God.
Yes, they found her. Neighbors, like the another couple, and those whatever they're called, they're very far apart. And they
Yeah.
said one of the witnesses said they heard screaming and a bang and then silence. Why did you not? My thing is, why didn't you go get somebody? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, by the time they found her, they didn't show up for breakfast and they didn't show up for lunch, and so the butler or whatever they have went into the condo because he cleans too, and found her wedged in between the wall and the toilet bowl, you know, that little space.
Oh my God.
Yeah, yeah, and they pronounced her unalived right there. And he was found, he had took a canoe and like his hands and feet were cut up. They think it's from the coral, but he had took a canoe pretty far away to another island,
Mhm.
and they arrested him there. And he kept saying to the people that found him, "I need to call the law. I need to call the law." He didn't admit what he did, but he kept saying he needed to call the police. They had left after they had had an argument. That he was dancing raunchy on one of the other guests the night before, the
She
night this
was?
happened.
Or he
No,
was?
he was. They were both drinking.
Okay, and so like they fought. They got into a fight.
Yeah, they fought, and then yeah, they had only been married a couple months. Yeah, yeah, and they only knew each other for a few months. I think this was, and what's so weird is this was his second marriage, and
Mm.
he took his new wife to the same place he had honeymooned with his first wife.
That's creepy.
Yep.
I don't. Oh, hi. Be Botanical says, "Oh, Queen, good thing you're back because you need to bless Be
Sweet
Botanical."
botanicals, thank you, baby. Yeah, I had to go grab my little one. She went to that daddy-daughter dance. So I was planning on doing this live last night because I knew I had this to get done today. So when I just randomly disappear, that's what I'm doing. I was trying to get her ready and I had to curl her hair before. So that's what happened during the video.
Sweet.
So I had to keep my phone on the charge. It was going to die. So I was like, shit. So I kept it on the charge. I ran in there and thank God you played the videos through. So
You're
she
like
left and went to
super
a dance,
mom.
and there's a car show. It's an old school car show. So I dressed her up so that she could match the car shows, you know, with her hair up, curled, with the little
Horrible.
bandana thing. You know what I mean? So yeah, so she had the bigger, longer skirt with the, you know what I'm saying? So I was
Yeah,
trying
the
to.
poodle skirt, like the 50s girl thing.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
It's got like little, yeah. So anyhow, I was trying to get her ready. So I didn't really plan on doing the live today. I was going to do it last night, but it got late. I fell asleep. So
Enjoy it,
I'm kind of
Queen.
working in between. I hope you guys don't mind. I know it's kind of annoying, but I'm sorry. I have to. We're done now.
No.
So she's home. We're good. Everything's good.
Enjoy it. Mine just graduated last year, so
See,
or
this is
this
my last
past.
little one. And she's she's the little one. She's growing up fast, and
I
she's
only
the
have
last
one.
daddy-daughter dance that they're gonna do. So I was like, oh.
Yeah, I only have one. The little boy I have right now, he lost his dad a year ago. He's 3.
God.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's tough. That's
He
super tough.
unalived his self. Yeah.
Are you a
Oh,
foster parent?
No. My daughter dates his uncle.
Oh, okay.
So y'all, this child came into my life at the exact right time. You know how God sends you little angels, and he is just such a little angel. He looks like Dennis the Menace. But anyway, yeah, I keep him for his mama as much as I can, especially since I quit work. So yeah, so he's beside me right now.
That's so sweet. That's the only thing I don't like about not having girls. And I only wanted boys, but I wish I had girls that's like to do like the dresses and the hair and stuff.
Oh, your
I
little one was
wanted
cracking me up the other
opposite.
day. They were cracking me up.
I wanted boys. I did not want to, because being in foster care, I did not want a girl. And what did I have? My only little angel was a girl.
Aw.
Yeah, we
So
tried
B
forever.
here, I'm going to read this. B Botanical says she was a former service. She knew exactly how to poke at them and get response. We also need to recognize crazy is what they call you right before they steal and call you or call and say you might have caused. Okay, am I missing
And then
something?
well, she said your own death afterwards. So I do think
Oh,
I've
she says, "Don't bless me."
I honor you. I'm sorry. I honor you.
Oh yeah, honor. We have to go like an opposite of blessing.
Okay, she's asking, is your husband military, the one that passed? You're up here? Sweet bee, sweet honey bee?
No.
Sweet
My
okay.
my husband, no. I've been married for 23 years. No, my husband, no. He works for he builds vehicles. No. Who passed is the little boy's dad that's with me. He
Yes.
And then I've lost my sister.
Yes.
And no, neither one of them was military. But I do have family. My sister-in-law's was in the military, and my ex-brother-in-law was in the military, but he was murdered in South Georgia. So no, but he wasn't in military when he got murdered.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll have to do a live on that, Queen. That's a crazy story.
Yes.
He got put in the freezer, and the guy lived in the house. We used to own the house, and they bought it from us, but he lived in the house while he was in the freezer.
Oh my God.
Yeah, y'all, it was crazy. It was crazy. And he had 2 my nieces, my husband's nieces, they had 2 girls together, and they were like 3 and 6 when this happened. So it was bad. And my sister-in-law was in Alaska at the time. They were trying to get a divorce. That's what actually made them find him. So anyway, yeah, the FBI was
Well, I'm
involved.
sorry. Yeah, that's.
So anyway, but yeah, that I've got it queued up whenever you're ready.
Okay, well you gotta share your screen. You gotta.
Okay, tell me how to do this.
Are you on your phone or are you on a computer?
I'm on an iPad. So
Okay.
do I need to get on my laptop?
No. But at the bottom, I just don't know if it's exactly what I see. But at the bottom, you see like there's mute, start cam settings, and then there's a share, and it's like a little plus sign.
I don't have a share. I've got a settings. I've got a mic, cam, settings, chat, and leave.
Oh, I don't know.
What is this up here? Oh, I don't need to mash that again.
Wait, can you share from your phone? Queen, can you share from your phone or an iPad? I've never gone on it on my phone.
Mirror my screen. On the
Oh, yes,
settings,
that would be
it
it.
says mirror my screen.
Yes.
No, not.
Yep.
Wait.
You want to share your screen?
It says front camera or back camera.
Well, I don't know. First of all, put your finger over your
that's your camera. Here, I'm gonna put a screen up so you don't blast yourself right now.
Yeah,
you're
that's
about
what
to.
y'all
Hold
do
on.
not want to see me right now.
Okay, there. Okay, just in case you turn your camera on, I have a cover over the top of it, so no one will see you.
Okay.
No one will be able to see you, even if you put your camera on by accident. Okay.
Nobody can see you but me backstage. Like no one else can see it.
We need to teach her about the electrical tape.
Yeah, I know. She's on her phone though.
You have to get a black piece of tape, put it over your camera.
I might have to, y'all. I might have to get on my laptop. Because I don't see a share
Yeah, I
my
don't think it'll
screen.
work from the iPad. I honestly, I
Yeah,
don't. I've never
I'm
had
gonna
anybody.
leave. I'm gonna leave and jump on my laptop, and then I'll jump right back on.
Okay, because if not, I can link it. If we can't do it, I can just link the TikTok or whatever, and people can go watch it if they have it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let me get it and I'll see. Hold on. I'll either message or get back on. Hold on.
I wish that girl was up and around because I think she's got TikTok. She can just pull it right up. She's quick as hell, but she knows what she's got. She knows what she's doing. So that's why, you know what I mean?
Yes,
It's hard to walk somebody through it when they've never done it, you know? I appreciate you trying though, Chicky. That means a lot.
When just while we're waiting, by the way, if anybody's interested, you know that Mike did file his petition to the Texas Supreme Court yesterday.
Oh God.
And I mean, he must have done it 11th hour, because when I had gone to sleep, it wasn't up there yet.
Good, I'd be checking before bed.
Well, I mean, I checked during the day, and then I fell asleep. You know what I mean? Like, so what I'm saying is the court would have been closed, right?
Right.
Obviously, he e-filed or whatever, but normally he does it around like an hour or like 2 hours before the deadline.
Well, I mean, he is incarcerated right now, and it's like that process that oh God, I bet that process is a little harder. But even when he's on the outside, he's still the 11th hour kind of guy. So,
oh yeah, he always did it. B. Tim says, "Who is Michael?"
Oh, don't even get her started.
Well, I said we do need to. I do say, because somebody did ask about it, and I'm like, well, we always say can't talk about it, it's too long. But I did once give like a 1-minute description, and I think
no pun intended with the word long.
Yeah, I think it would be good to make like a 1-minute description as like a short video that we can just pull up and play every time somebody asks us this.
I should do like a joke timeline and just be like, okay, August 28th viral video, September something this, and then be like, September 15th hotel incident. Whole side, like quarter of the side shifts to the right
biggest
side.
scam of 2021.
Right.
Michael Long is a scammer.
We are
And then
go ahead, Kathy.
Incorporate the like creators in it. We're like October 2nd, fucking Annie Bananas credibility goes out the window. Like I can still do that, dude.
And the funny thing now is people who watch her now, because obviously she's gotten a lot of subs after that.
Right. Her whole channel got built on that case.
It actually, you know what though? She had like 10,000 subscribers prior to it. She was building, but I'm not giving her any points on her credibility. But she didn't totally build it off of Sophie. But her content is still bullshit.
Shit, I feel like she did, and then she turned around and tried to give Jim Terry credit. That went right down the floor. I'm like, oh fuck.
Oh, but were we surprised?
No, because she's so first of all, she has 303,000 subscribers now.
Damn.
And, yeah, she started with 10. So she did build her channel off of off of Mike 1000%. But once you have a larger channel, then the growth can happen organically, right? Because you're such a big channel, more people see you and then they sub. So there's probably a lot of people who subbed to her after she had grown her channel. And since she has nuked all of her Mike content, they don't even know what she did, or they don't even know about it at all.
I mean, I guess so. I don't know. Like, she already had taken it down and she hadn't reached 100K yet. I think it's just people that have that same thirst for salacious bullshit fucking details that are similar. And it's just as bad. I just don't think it was solely off of that one case though. But it's the same thing though. That I'm not giving her any credit. It's the same thing that she's done with other cases, except for she hasn't totally destroyed the parents of other cases. You know what I mean?
Well, I guess what I'm saying is I will give her all the credit.
She brought a lot of her TikTok people over. That's part of it. She was really big on TikTok before she was on YouTube. So a lot of her people from TikTok came over here. And it had to do with the Sophie Long case because that was the first big case that she had jumped on. You know what I mean? Well, I don't think she was she was doing little short stories, little what was it, like 10-second clips or something like that? That's why she called it 10 to life.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be in 10 minutes. Yeah.
10 minutes.
Or 10 minutes or something. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
The thing that made her big is that she got the content from them. It wasn't like she was just covering it. She was providing their content because she was talking directly to the family and they were giving her all this horrible content. So I'll give her, she was trying to build a YouTube channel very methodically, and I'll give her credit for the 10K people that she had before, right? But the only reason that she has grown from 10K to 300K is because of Mike Long. That's the only reason.
I see what you're saying. So she had 10K, and then she got up to she gained like 40K off Sophie alone.
Right in the beginning.
And
right.
so that's like the jumping point, and she can private all of her videos, and then no one knows why she's in the algorithm, is what you're saying.
Right. Like also she never would have gotten there. Like there's no way. She got up to 40K by September. She got up to, by the time she stopped doing it by December, she was
about 80. She's like 80K, I think.
And then it just kept building from there. Like she has a very polished show. She's a very polished person. She's not like, she definitely does.
Not if you go over to my channel.
I know, you know what I mean? Like she was always doing it. She was trying to build.
You need to be linking your channel, Cap. I don't know if people even have it. You don't ever link your channel in here. You need to start linking it.
Yeah,
so people can go over there. They love clip channels and stuff like that, your videos and stuff.
Let me give B Tim a little rundown of who Mikey and Annie are. Let me see. Hold on. I'll give him my playlist.
So, well, I mean, I know that. Apparently, we know that that John watches the channel. So.
Oh God.
But basically, it's a joke. It's like really. I will go into it.
Don't threaten good with a good time, dude.
I would know, but I feel like nobody in the chat knows. I don't really see anybody in there who really follows it. I'm referring to 10 to Life with Annie Elise Ringo.
Okay, so I'm gonna put my playlist in there.
Whereas Annie Banani.
Annie Banani.
A very.
I don't think that Annie's a bad person, right?
She's a person who did a very, very bad thing.
Yes, I feel like she thought she was.
The most with her was when she said she was going to waterboard Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she's nasty, dude. But I feel like she thought she was she believed that shit.
Put a video of it out right now. In the life. Keep watching. I'm putting a video out right now. Right now. And the mother, she's horrible. She needs waterboarded. I would take 10 seconds in a room with her. I'm thinking, Annie Banani, she'll break your ass in half.
Annie Banani.
In the
she
beginning,
would stomp a mud hole in your ass.
But she did not believe it at the end. She did not believe it at the end. Okay.
No,
well, thank God for that. You know what I mean? It took a long time for her to see the light, but when she did, she went the fuck off on Mike.
No, she only went off on Mike because she saw the light that he was an asshole and he insulted her.
Right.
That
was the only reason. When she went the fuck off, though, she went off because of the whole Truthy playing dead and all that. You know what I mean? Like it was all of it. It wasn't just Mike. She didn't just give it to him, but she went the fuck off about all of it as a whole. You know what I mean?
That's why I was fucking mad in that last video I made about them, is because she said that she knew he was shady the day before they did the attorney live stream. And I'm like, bitch, that was November 13th. And you knew all that time and still fucking pushed his GoFundMe after November 13th. And you're just calling it out in January because he's cheating on his wife?
No.
Shut the fuck up.
And she she would always say, if I get, and I'll repeat it for the people in the back, this is how she would say it.
Oh God.
And evidence that proves that KL is innocent of all of this, I will get up and I will apologize. Why would she put the level of, so she's basically saying that she put the level of evidence for KL all the way at the top, right? Like if a court of law proves that she is innocent, I will come on here and say sorry. But she had no threshold of evidence for when she destroyed the woman's reputation when Michael told her something. So
she didn't need any evidence. She had the word of a child.
Yeah. So Peppermint Mocha. The videos aren't anywhere because she deleted all of her content. Actually, I bet the apology video is up.
Actually, I have them all.
Yeah, we got them all. I got the entire last live
I got them
stream
all
where
too. I got the
yes,
waterboard one, the cocaine one. I got them
we got
all.
we
Every
got them
single one of
all.
them.
Oh,
the one where she let Mike come up and talk about his sons hurting his other children. Yeah, I got all of them.
I
I
want
saved
to
them
know.
all.
But wait, hold on. Do you guys have the lawyer live? 'Cause I've been looking for the lawyer live for like a year.
I do not have the lawyer live in its entirety.
Yep.
But I have a couple clips. I know Queen has a couple clips, but the last live stream she did, I have it in its entirety. I have the entire thing.
That too, but I want the lawyer live, and nobody has it. If anybody has that out there, I really
I would have thought
I
you
do.
would
I
have
didn't
had
know
it.
you were looking for it. Yeah, I do. I got a bunch of them.
Okay, yeah,
Telling
we'll
you.
email
I'll
you.
send it to you, and you can pick out whatever you need out of it. Whatever you know what I mean.
Yes. Oh my God, like that because
You
there's
can click whatever you need out of it.
because I'm
I
extremely.
didn't know you were looking for it. Like I said, I deleted a whole bunch of shit, but when I went back into my cloud, I got a whole lot of shit saved.
Because
There's
mostly
a whole lot of shit in there.
as people say, there's only 3 people who made out. Well, there's only really like 2 people who like made out with a positive outcome from the whole Mike Long situation. The first person is Annie Elise, and the second person is Jamie Gran.
I was just gonna say the attorneys.
Right.
Yeah, for
Does
sure.
Smoka, does she not do lives anymore? She was a live streamer back when we
Who,
watched.
Annie? Yeah, she doesn't really go live anymore, I don't think.
She said some things that probably really end her.
Fucking stupid. Like things that wouldn't even happen. Like, okay, so now this makes me like not want to like, because I was trying to be more positive and be like, you know, she's not a bad person. Because she actually believed that these people were monsters.
Either
like,
way,
I believe that, right? But then when I'm going back, like she believed some of the most outrageous bullshit that ever could be said ever in life. Like the whole hotel thing. And then remember on October 2nd, now this has always bothered me and hardly anybody talks about it. And I want it talked about more, even though I don't want to talk about the stupid case anymore, is that when she said that JB was ordered away from the children indefinitely, even after there's a temporary injunction put in place, how would that even happen, you dumbass? And plus they hadn't gone to trial. There was no evidentiary hearing. How would that happen?
The other thing that was terrible about her was she was so smug. She would never listen to any of us when we
she called me a troll and blocked me just for asking questions.
We were haters and we were right about everything and she was wrong about everything and she never had that sense of humility. I want to see if her apology video is still up.
I think it's gone. I do.
But she should be
any.
It should to me it should stay up because I really feel like that was part of some sort of agreement that with like between lawyers.
Oh, clearly.
Unlike all these other people like Will, who don't have anything to lose, she has assets. Her and her husband have like serious assets, and she totally screwed herself. Like she actually committed what is very clearly libel or which one's
definitely, yeah. Oh, she sure did. Alex Jones is paying for it right now. He just, oh man, he and his lawyer fucked him hard.
The lawyer?
Listen, Alex Jones's lawyer, because he's been on YouTube lying. And see, this is the thing. People like Jimmy Cunn, they got to be careful of this shit. You can't just be out here doing, talking shit and saying lies about people. Because Alex Jones, he does InfoWars. I know y'all know. Okay, so he's been saying Sandy Hook is a hoax.
Right.
And he's been saying that. Well, he's been taunting, the things that he was saying had people taunting the parents of these kids, calling them crisis actors, saying that their kids didn't die, that their kids weren't real. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I know, but right now he's already been found. They already found against him for the defamation. Now they're in they're trying to do like how much he's gonna have to pay, and he's
$4 million. They just did it $4 million.
It should be more, but all right.
Oh, it definitely should be more.
Yeah, I thought you said something about his lawyer did something.
You know what?
Yeah,
Like I said, I'm never gonna.
His lawyer actually sent all his text messages from the last 2 years over to the other attorney and didn't even fucking realize that. And then when he got called on it,
God.
oh yeah. Matter of fact, here, I'm gonna send you the clip of it.
we'll play the clip of it. Hold on.
Tim, it's actually very complicated. I do follow it, but I wouldn't be able to answer that question because.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I got it.
Tim, it's actually very complicated. I do follow it, but I wouldn't be able to answer that question because.
Hold on.
Yeah.
No, you gotta mute.
Just send a mute. I do follow it, but I wouldn't be able to answer. Good. Great.
Yeah, but you know what's funny?
Gotta,
is that
well, I muted her. You're gonna have to mute. You're gonna have to mute your YouTube or turn it off because you got feedback real bad. I muted you so that it wouldn't keep doing it, but I can hear myself in the background.
Yeah, just don't have to close your YouTube of Queen and just listen to the StreamYard.
You know what's funny, Good Egg, is I said I was never going to talk about the Michael Long case again.
No,
and
I'm gonna
fucking. But you know what's funny is when I start going back and watching stuff, I get inspired to make another video. So I'm fucking making I'm telling Queen no, I don't want to talk about it anymore. And then while I'm fucking doing that, I'm making a thumbnail fucking just I don't know, just creative kind of I like to fuck around in PixArt. And I made a thumbnail with Kay and Will and Michael, and I was like, I am not gonna make a video. I'm not gonna make a video. And I'm just I didn't have the heart to trash my thumbnail though, and I saved it. So I decided the next time Kay and Will go at it again over the Michael Long case, then I'll talk on it again.
I'm telling you, I have every intention of following his criminal prosecution, because I think that's totally legitimate, and.
We fought long and hard for that shit.
And he also he blames us specifically, which I think is hilarious. Because in the lawyer, I made
he fucking hates Squish in Georgia. Oh,
well,
my God.
Yes. So I made a birthday card for Georgia. And it's basically just a birthday card I made online with little gifts. So you just look at it. But then I made a video of it where it's playing for 5 minutes, and I just took the audio from his jail call and pulled out all the best parts. So that's sort of present, and in it he's really saying the only reason I lost
a digital card.
Yes, it's really fun.
Oh, cool.
And then I said it was like a YouTube video. I basically made it and I put the audio playing over the card, and then I put it on YouTube and so she could watch it. But basically he says in that so many times, the only reason that I lost my rights to my children is because of the Red Banyan online people who are spreading stories about me. And the only reason I'm in jail is because of them. He was really blaming us as a collective. And obviously that's ridiculous, but I was good. I'm so glad that you think that we are the reason that you are in jail and don't have your children anymore. That is satisfying.
Yep. It's all our
I have this great clip of him. I just clipped it out. It's a 1 minute, it's a 20-second clip. Because I was going back to his Ricada live, and it's literally the most emotional you've seen him, where he's crying, where it doesn't look like crocodile tears, and he's crying because he has to listen to laws, because the court is in charge of him, and the thought of it.
Because he has to listen.
I'm not joking. I'm gonna pull it up. It's 15 seconds.
Oh my God, I think I know what you're talking about. That's so funny.
So B. Tim can have a visual of this guy, right?
I remember I remember Savage somebody gave me a screenshot of him with a sad face with his hand on his chin.
Yeah.
And Paige had me and Heather do a meme contest, what best memes we could make. It was such a memeable picture. It was so funny, dude.
It's 9 seconds actually, so it's I should probably loop it into something.
We could hear you now. Try it again.
I'm good. Okay.
Yes, that's way better.
Okay, so I can do it now. I've got it. I've got everything set up. But go ahead and do what you're doing.
No, it's up. Whatever Queen said. Whatever Queen wants.
We were just talking about the undesirable, otherwise known as Mike Long.
Okay, I sent you a clip just now. I wanted you to play real quick of this Alex Jones real fast where he got caught. Where his lawyer sent the wrong thing. I sent it to you real quick. It's a short one, but it's from Now This.
No,
because they don't strike. I know Law and Crime will. So
yeah, no.
Here, you want me to put this up real fast?
Oh yeah, you can put that up real fast first.
Okay.
B. Tim, I did not make a card to Mike. I never would. I made a birthday card for our friend Georgia, who Mike hates, and she hates Mike, and so I made it as part of a joke for her. Okay, here we go. Right, this is just 9 seconds. I just want you to listen to what he's saying that's making him cry.
Okay,
Yeah.
so for somebody to come to me now and tell me that I have some duty or obligation to a court.
What?
Okay,
Yeah.
so for somebody to come to me now and tell me that I have some duty or obligation to a court.
Oh my god. You're a fucking idiot.
That was the only thing that would make him really sad, was like that he was like, he has to follow the law. Like he is
Oh my
not
god. So embarrassing.
he's the worst. And that's why he's in jail. Okay, let me put it in here. Alex
I
Jones. And by the
just
way,
found out about that case.
I remember he wrote a letter. He wrote that long rambling letter to Alex Jones, asking Alex Jones for help too.
That's why I brought him up. That's why.
Oh, that's right. I almost forgot.
Yes, because look at Alex Jones now. Look at him now.
Oh my god, look at his dumb fat ass.
Okay, no, turn this one off because I don't think we can hear this one, and it's long crime. I sent you another one, the one I sent you last, like the very last one I sent.
Okay.
Because I don't know about long crime. I know that they don't play very nice. So
okay.
So there was one on Now This, and it's just a clip.
Yeah, we gotta watch out for some of these motherfuckers be suing YouTubers and shit.
Yeah, girl, you gotta, yeah.
Did y'all see
But
the
yeah,
picture
Mike
he did about
wrote
the
this guy
judge?
asking for help. Mike wrote Alex Jones asking for his help, and listen to what his lawyer did to him.
Do you know where I got this? No. Mr. Jones, did you know that 12 days ago, your attorneys messed up and sent you an entire digital copy of your entire cell phone with every text message you've sent for the past 2 years, and when informed, did not take any steps to identify it as privileged or protect it in any way.
Why is it so quiet?
It just
Can
is.
y'all hear it? Here, let me go try to find a better one because that's too quiet. Can't nobody hear that shit.
I can't hear it either. I think that's why it's subtitled. Like whoever made it.
Oh.
Subtitled it on
Let me go
purpose.
try to find one because there was one. The one I just sent you was really loud. I don't know why it's not being loud on this. Hold on, I'll resend it.
This is so funny. I love, it must have been so satisfying for this guy to say this, because Alex Jones is a very, very evil man. Very evil. And he does, and he's the kind of evil guy who is not held accountable. Like being evil makes him money, right? Being evil brings him power and success. And the worse he is, the more it works for him. And so to see the Sandy Hook parents take him down has been really like makes you feel okay, like have some faith in humanity again.
Well, you see, he's another one that does crazy stuff to get views. He offends people to get views.
He does, but I also think that he actually wants to. I think it's a little bit bigger than that because I think he actually is politically motivated.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Queen, did you send me another one? Not yet.
Did you see the picture that the judge pulled up the other day? Where it was a judge he hated and her, that he had made some kind of picture where there was flames through the judges?
Yeah. And then he tried to explain it and he was like, I was talking about how justice was being burned down. And like, such an idiot.
That judge, the look on her face was priceless. She was like, yeah, right.
And then the best part was he had gone on the radio and he had said that the people on the jury, that they had rigged the jury system to get a bunch of morons who don't know anything about the world, like blue collar people. And he's an idiot because then the lawyer came back in and said, didn't you go on the radio and point to the jurors and called all of them like people who don't know what they're living in?
Yep.
What an idiot.
He talked shit about the fucking judge too and said that she was in a pedophile ring.
All judges are in pedophile rings according to these people.
But while this was going on, like while his trial was going on, he was like doxing the judge and the juror.
Yeah, he's a crazy. I mean, he also is actually totally insane.
Who, Alex Jones?
And he's like a
yes, and they called him out too. They said while you're on trial, you're still live streaming to this day.
I thought you were talking about Michael Long for a minute. I'm like, wait a minute, there's no jurors in Michael Long. Oh, wait a minute.
No, I just sent you that news clipping. Good egg. It should be in your inbox.
Okay.
That's crazy. What a nut job.
And
Fucking
you know, to
Alex
me,
Jones.
he's worse than Amber Heard because at least she waited until after the trial to talk about the judge and jury.
He's way worse than Amber Heard. I mean, this guy is responsible for. I mean, Infowars, the impact that Infowars has had on our public discourse, and like the public mindset over the last decade is extreme. Once all this really like super right wing conspiracy theories, things that were way outside the mainstream of what's normal and acceptable.
Oh yes, girl! I swear to God,
he's the one who brought it in to more of like made it more mainstream and normalized it. He's a really bad person, and I think he's hurt our entire country in ways that can't be repaired. Not just him, but he was a big part of it. All right, let's see here.
Is this the one?
I got it. I'm gonna have to listen to an ad, I'm sure.
Than an hour ago, we saw something in Alex Jones' defamation trial that Jones himself described as a Perry Mason moment. The lawyer for the parents of Jesse Lewis, who was killed at Sandy Hook Elementary School, just said in court that Alex Jones' lawyers were sent the contents of Jones' phone by mistake. The lawyer showed Jones his own emails about Sandy Hook after Jones had testified under oath he couldn't find any. Lewis's parents are suing Jones for $150 million. Scarlett Lewis testified yesterday Jones had made her life, quote, a living hell. I want to bring in NBC's Ben Collins, who covers disinformation, extremism, and the internet for us. Ben, I mean, this feels like this only happens in movies, not real life. What happened?
Yeah, it's probably too stupid for Law and Order, frankly. Alex Jones's lawyers sent over the contents of his entire phone to the Sandy Hook parents' lawyers 12 days ago by mistake. And as of 2 days ago, he is allowed to use them in evidence. And what happened was, over the last few days, Alex Jones has said some things that are demonstrably false, just not true on the stand. Things about his, specifically about his bankruptcy, about faux bankruptcy, about his financials. Now we know that's not true. In fact, we got for the first time in years, we got a sense of how much Infowars makes on a day-to-day basis. There are days where they make $800,000 a day. It's $800,000 a day. Think about that. And he is saying that this lawsuit will bankrupt him if $2 million is the settlement. It is a truly wild courtroom moment that I don't think anybody was expecting.
I mean, that's crazy. But then there was also great emotion, right? I think if there was a single moment that captured that in the courtroom, and also, I guess, the conspiratorial mindset of Jones, it had to be when the mother of 6-year-old Jesse Lewis went over to him yesterday. What happened then? Yeah, so Alex Jones has said he has a torn larynx and has been coughing, I would say, at strategically placed moments all throughout this trial. Scarlett Lewis, whose 6-year-old son Jesse died in Sandy Hook, an event that Jones once said was synthetic and staged, she went over and brought him a bottle of water. Alex Jones went out to shake her hand, but by the end of the conversation, he was telling her that she was being manipulated by lawyers and started screaming at her and another Sandy Hook parent and her lawyers. It was an intense scene. The judge had left the courtroom. They were right next to each other. It was pretty harrowing there for a few minutes. We only have 30 seconds left, but wasn't there a point at which the judge got so frustrated with Jones lying that he cleared the courtroom? Yeah, the judge, she's been unbelievably upset with Jones's lying in general, but also his lawyers who have been doing things like chewing gum over the course of the trial, not taking this thing seriously. But really, you can't take it any less seriously than sending over the entire contents of a phone to the other side. That was a truly shocking moment today. Ben Collins.
All right, I want to see this footage now, though. So should I look around maybe for footage of these things that are happening that you think won't get struck? Because they didn't show the actual. I want to see the moment where the lawyer confronted him, and I want to see the moment where he starts screaming at the parent.
Yeah, Infowars is way above and beyond. I cringe watch Liberty Hangouts, with Caitlin Bennett and stuff. She drives me crazy. But Alex Jones is actually, really fucking, really, really gross and really dangerous. And
right.
Nasty.
I mean, when people people need to realize when you hear all these things like conspiracies, like QAnon type conspiracies, like the reason why those should be extremely fringe. Most people shouldn't hear about them. They should be in like the dark corners, basically, of society. The reason why all of us know, and like QAnon is like a household term now, is specifically because of people like Alex Jones and other people who were conduits to like bring it, into the discourse. But I have to see that actual footage, so I'm gonna have to. Maybe Queen will come back. I'm gonna like look around on the internet a little bit and see if I can find something we can play.
Okay.
She might be gone again.
Hold on, B. Tim says, hold on, the jury should mess with Alex Jones and order cheese pizzas.
And B. Tim.
Hold on, 800,000 a day. He's like, oh, that's not normal. That's not normal at all. Bullshit.
Queen, I think you missed something because B. Tim gave a super chat for that.
For the super chat? Oh, here it is. The jury. Oh, thank you. I just seen the comment. I didn't see the super chat. I was over here on YouTube, not streaming.
He doesn't just want a mere thank you. He wants your blessing.
Oh, I bless you. I honor you. I'm sorry. What do you say when you sneeze?
You say bless you. See, first of all, for Tyler,
oh, that's right. I'm sorry. You didn't sneeze though. You didn't sneeze. I'm sorry. I honor you.
No one knows.
Honored. Is that why he's honoring people?
He's very upset.
Oh Lord.
I guess
all I know is I heard was, what do you say when you sneeze? Right. Oh, yeah, that's right. Bless you. Yeah, but nobody's sneezing. I didn't hear anybody sneezing.
Anyway. I cannot.
Tyler's very upset that somebody told him that he can't bless people like only God can bless people or something. And so he's been on a whole trip about that. And then the other day he said something about another point to kind of like stick it to the people who said that people can't bless people. He's like, and what do you say when people sneeze? Oh, right. They say bless you. But actually, no. When somebody sneezes, you say, God bless you. And when you say bless you, you're just shortening it, right? So
exactly.
Isn't he probably one of the people who gets mad about taking like the Christ out of Christmas, right?
Oh my God.
God out of God bless you in that moment.
Oh, the ones that get mad about the abbreviation Xmas.
Yeah.
Xmas but see, what's funny is that he gets on here and says, oh, we've had the record for super chat trains. Let's start. You know what, B. Tim? B. Tim started the super chat train. We're gonna super stickers. That's so. You know what? We're gonna do the world record for super stickers. That's what we're gonna do today. So if you have money, send your money, baby. That's what he's saying, basically.
Well,
we've reached 85% of our goal.
What was your goal today, Queen? What was your goal?
Yeah, well, you know what my goal was? You know what my goal was? $500. I'm sorry, we reached. What did he say? 85% of it.
Well,
85.
Yeah.
And my other goal was to have 25 members today too. We're almost there. We got 20.
Almost there, bitch. Yeah.
Will you sing? Queen,
I saw a really good video on it.
Yeah. Would you sing for us, Queen? Would you sing
Amazing Grace?
No, Queen, you're not supposed to do it. No, because when people asked Tyler to play the piano behind him, they said he had a beautiful voice. He said that he would only do it if somebody sent a $500 super chat.
Hold on a minute. Hello. Are you willing to come on the show?
Bitch.
Are you willing to come on the show right
What's
now?
your bra size?
Did you get it on film? I got, you know what? Guess what? Today I got something that you've never heard before in your life. Are you willing to call in on the show right now?
You're gonna want to hear this.
You're gonna want to fucking hear this. This is important. You know what? This is never seen before. Seen text messages and pictures. I'm gonna send it over right now. You know what? Let me call you back, caller. I got breaking news. Did you just hear that phone call? Did you just hear that call?
Oh
it's for women. Instead of asking bra size, we need to ask the measurement.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, caller. Where are you from? Where are you from? Where are you from?
I just want to give Jim some credit though, right? Because I never give him any credit, so I have to give him when I see something positive, I will.
What's your size?
Jim was on.
You can only speak to me if you're 5'4", 110 pounds.
On Tyler Feller's Jim sang for the people. They wanted to hear him sing, and he sang for them for free. Whereas Tyler refused to sing for them unless they gave him $500. And when they didn't, they only gave him $380. He didn't sing. So in that moment, I have to point out that, thank Jim, you were so much more generous of spirit.
Yes.
than Tyler in that moment. So I appreciate
I
that.
think that's really good. You gave him credit there because I was thinking the same thing. He did that for free.
He did that for free, right?
Gotta give credit where credit's due.
We do.
Absolutely.
We do.
Wait, listen, I have to see this courtroom footage of Alex Jones. Do you think that I'm not gonna be able to? Do you think that all the places that have it would strike you?
It is fucking hilarious.
I'll look around for it. I'm gonna meet for a
Oh,
little
hold on, Crazy House Slim. I honor you, girl. Bless you, girl.
bit. The Father, the Son, and the Holy YouTube.
Merry Xmas.
Bless you and Merry
Blessings coming through.
I honor you.
I have to stop.
honor you.
I have to stop. I'm breaking my vow. So let me go look around for some of the stuff while you guys do that.
Oh my god.
Queen, if you want me to play the TikToks, I've got them.
Oh yeah, but yeah, baby, share the screen. Let's roll. We'll roll it. We'll put them on real quick.
Okay, you're gonna have to just tell me which ones to play. Okay.
Oh, baby, you can just slide right through them. Just start at the front and just slide through them to show. You know what I mean? Just so for people who don't have
Share
TikTok, they can see them. I'll
screen.
timestamp the video too, so people can go back through it. You know what I mean?
Okay, so I'm sharing my screen. Hold on, let's see. And open. What is this thing? Share. Oh, hold on. Share screen. My computer's acting crazy. Okay, share screen.
All right, baby, you
Do I
need
do
help?
just the window or I do the entire screen?
What do you mean,
No,
baby?
don't do your entire screen.
Do the window?
Do
or
a
Chrome
tab is actually even better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah. Okay. So I see it now.
Okay, there's
Okay,
listen, I'm gonna tell you something real fast too that you may not see. There's a box in the bottom and it says share audio. You want to make sure you click that. Because otherwise we will not be able to hear any audio on your side.
Okay. Hold on. Let me make sure I am sharing audio. Let me stop. I'm gonna stop the screen share. Hold on. I'm gonna do it again. Make sure I did it right. Screen share, and I'm gonna do Chrome tab. Chrome tab. Yeah, it's checked. Okay.
Yep. Okay, I was gonna say just make sure it's checked, and then that way we'll be able to see it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like,
Can you see
I'm
the
sorry, we'll be
screen
able to hear
now?
it.
Can you see it?
Yep, it's popping up. Okay, ready?
Okay,
I'm gonna
so
add it to
which
the screen.
one?
You ready?
Mhm.
Just start at the beginning. Just play the very first one, and then play them through.
Okay.
Down, got you so excited. I really wanna know if you got it like that, 'cause you got a cute face and that booty so fat. Come girl. Look down, got you so excited. I really wanna know if you got it like that, 'cause you got it.
Hi everybody, it's Dana Alotaibi, and
She was starting a new YouTube and a new TikTok here, so she's got it in the comments below. But when you go to the page, it's not there.
Did you see the thing where it said she had something about like crying over somebody who needed 2 waivers to join the Marines?
I'm gonna be tagging my
So it means
Yeah, she said I'm jealous. Why I'm jealous over a man who had to have 2 waivers to join the Marines.
I wonder what that means. Like,
hi everybody.
what you need a waiver
Well, he
for?
probably had to have 2 waivers because his mental health for one, and for 2, you know what I mean? I don't know, you know what I mean? But it would be interesting to find out.
Because they made a mistake, like taking them.
This one says calling my dad while he's on deployment because I keep having different men over every night. Something like that.
Mientras nadie nos diga mi amor, nosotros le pertenecemos a las drogas. Mientras nadie nos diga mi amor, nosotros le pertenecemos a las drogas.
You can skip through it, baby. These dogs mean everything to her. She said they are her, like her kid.
Really good mood, like super good mood. I don't know why. I woke up happy and just really in a happy mood. I'm so happy. I wanted to tell you guys a couple of facts about me. Like maybe y'all don't like me, but maybe I'm gonna share some stuff like maybe we have in common. Okay. First things first. I'm 25. My birthday is in May 28, aka like Memorial Day. Memorial Day, baby. Fact number 2. I love Lululemon. I love Lululemon. Like this Lululemon,
this is Lululemon. This isn't Lululemon, but like it's weird that I'm not wearing Lululemon head to toe. I like to go out and have a good ass time, which is why I have this. This is why I have this. This is why I have this.
My favorite choice of liquor is Hennessy. I love Hennessy with Coke or cranberry. Like, I love Hennessy. I've been to jail 3 times. I have 2 dogs with me, a brown one and a white one. The white one I've had for like 7 years, and the brown one I've had him for 2.5 years. I'm a really, really dog person. Like, you will see me. I don't know. I love my dogs. Anyone can tell you all these things about me, but like, I love my dogs. What else? I do drive a pink Jeep. I want to change my car as soon as possible. Because I'm tired of driving a marked vehicle. What else? This is my 2nd marriage. Both of my husbands are Dominican, and I was born in Argentina, but I'm actually from Colombian descent, and I moved to the U.S. not too long ago, and I recently got my U.S. citizenship. I am a happy person. I have 3 beautiful best friends, and we're all dependas. They get me through everything. I love them. Let's see what else.
But now in another video,
What
she
else?
says
I'm
she
really
has
funny.
no
I'm really
friends and she
sweet.
doesn't know anybody
I
out there,
love,
and she's really
I
sad. She's
love
very
like,
lonely. And yeah, this is her 2nd
I
marriage.
love social
B
media.
Tim, hold on. Is there any way to pause this, honey, so I can
So
read
right
this
now,
out? If
yeah, I'm
not, it's
living
okay. I'll just
in
read over the top of
Schofield.
it. Okay, it does. Okay, so B Tim says off topic, but how much would you need to join me and Frank in the fake YouTube war against Lip Lock and Sleuth Mom and her cronies? You want us to join the YouTube war? Oh shit. You can go ahead and play it, baby.
I'm living in Schofield, which is great because I love Popeyes. And then I will be moving, I'm not sure where, June 1st. But yeah, I'm enjoying it here. I've got some girls that, recognize me here, which is really cool. Really cool. And this is a message for my haters. Hi, everybody. I'm Dana.
Okay.
I'm a mastermind. MCBH row. Lama Dura DMCBHQ Hunteridu K LK Wawala. I am the Purple Heart. I'm a mastermind.
Hi, everybody. I'm Dana Alotaibi, and I wanted to address the rumors, the fake news, the Fox News about me effing my grandpa. Well, actually, it's true. I did F my grandpa, but it's not like he effed me. I effed him. My grandpa has lived his life, and he got divorced to my grandma. And he's old, and he wants to just live up his life. Like, your grandpa likes applesauce and staying at home playing bingo. My grandpa likes to go out and have fun and take shots and go to clubs and all that. So anyways, I was telling my grandpa, since you're
No,
like
this is where
almost like
she's
70
trolling
years
because
old,
they
like,
said
how
she
do you know
fucked
you
old
don't like
men.
guys? And he was like,
Yeah.
I don't know. And I was like, well, like, here's a spare dildo vibrator kind of thing that I have. Like, why don't you try it up your BUTTHO? And he was like, okay, down. So I started rubbing it against his hole, and then he liked it, and then it went up there, and then I got stuck up there, so we had to go to the ER. But anyways, that's the real story. I love my grandpa. We're cool as F together. I look up to him. I admire him. He's someone to be admired. And he lives his best life, and hello, so do I. It runs in our family. And I'm not too sure why a lot of people of no color, aka white people, are judging me so hard about this. Like, aren't you guys the ones who are labeled as sister effers? Isn't that like a regular thing? Especially in like the West Virginia, take me home.
See, she's from
Take me
Virginia,
home.
so
Like,
I
isn't
don't
that
know.
like what
You
you
know what I
guys do
mean?
over there? Like, that's why all of y'all in West Virginia. Look like the people from, what's that movie called? The Hills Have Eyes. If you don't like the skin thing, go back. Hey guys, that's a rumor.
Well, she got a lot of subs and a lot of views off this bullshit. You know what I mean? She
I
definitely
am
did,
an
but there's your pink
expecting
Jeep. So
mother. I am expecting come from the commissary. I am ever since that day. I am a lost boy from Neverland, usually hanging out with Peter Pan. And when we're bored, we play in the woods, always on the run from Captain Hook. Run, run, lost boy, they say to me, away from all of reality. So, the base man of the MCH, he kicked me off base like first. But then he found out it was Gemini season, and I'm a Gemini, so then he decided to kick me off base May 28th, which is my birthday. Like, how the fuck you gonna kick me out on my birthday? Anyways, guys, I don't freaking care what people say.
This is our friendly Dependa reminder. You can get free Plan B once a month at a local military base. Get a BXC nut and a gummy nut lady. Ride. This is our friendly
So all the really sweet girls with MCBH asking me, are you okay? Are you okay? Bitches, did I lie? Did I lie? No, I'm fine. I'm fine, girls. Like, I have really thick skin, a really thick butt. I'm okay. I'm okay. Yeah, no, comments don't get to me. Go ahead and keep asking me why the fuck I'm saying the N-word. I'm okay, girls. I'm okay. So
What's the matter? Just hay fever. What's the matter? Just hay fever.
not to sound like a bitch, or should I say in Amy Wild style, not to sound quite like a bitch, but that weird eye thing that she does, not to sound like a bitch or anything, but getting offended by someone with a high school diploma and who talks about high school like that shit was like the coolest
she
and the
be treating
finalist
some
shit ever,
people.
like, does not bother me. Comments don't get to me. They don't. I'm an entertainer. My third hole is in the internet. Like, nothing bothers me. Yeah.
Why is it scratchy like that?
Yeah, I have a bachelor's. Yeah.
I don't know if it's her or if it was your mic. I muted your mic though, baby. Go ahead. I didn't know if it was the video or if it was her, so I'm trying to find out.
Yeah, I have a bachelor's and I made use of it. I worked from home as an esthetician. That was a great income. I have no debt and I have no kids. I live my best life. I go out and I have margaritas. And maybe that's not your cup of tea, lady. But I have the F word. And that is, I have freedom. I have freedom. I do what I want, butter croissant. And any comment that has to come from a girl or 20
No, I
girls,
don't think she had any
it does
family
not bother
around.
me. And I said that I had a
I
diss
think
track.
most of them lived
And I
in
actually do
Virginia
have a
or
diss track.
Washington, D.C. is what she said.
Bethany, Hudson, or whatever. I have a diss track, and I can add you on there. I can definitely add you on there. But maybe I won't. You might make it OF, and I don't want you to get that extra promo, free promo. But anyways, okay, let me see. I'm just gonna go through this track because it's literally 98% done. I'm gonna go through it, and whatever part I want to say, I'll let you guys hear it, okay? I was your Colombian Barbie. I put your ass in an Audi. Get your pale Dominican ass back here. You're like a lost dog from the Humane Society. You lost your business and you lost your wife. You lost your teeth and you lost your rank. A bad bitch like me could defeat Putin with no firearms or tanks. I will remain that bitch. Raw. You're the worst E5. Deserving not to sound like a bitch. Or should I say in Amy Wild style? Not to sound quite like a bitch, but that weird eye thing that she does. Not to sound like a bitch or anything, but getting offended by someone with a high school diploma and who talks about high school like that shit was like the coolest and the finalist shit ever, like, does not bother me. Comments don't get to me. They don't. I'm an entertainer. My third hole is in the internet. Like, nothing bothers me. Yeah, I have a bachelor's. Yeah, I have a bachelor's. Yeah, I have a bachelor's and I made use of it. I worked from home.
You want to skip this one?
As an esthetician.
I think we already listened to that one.
Thanks, taxpayers. I
showed
get
up
to
at her
live
house.
my best life in Hawaii rent-free. Oh, rah. Thanks, taxpayers.
So the base command said I can't record pornos on base because it's part of government property. But I be fucking my man, and my man is government property. So the hi, I'm Dana, and I'm gonna pass the phone to.
Here's the friends. She said she has no friends and stuff like that, but here's her friends that, you know what I mean? Like and then one of the girls points out, she's like, there goes my husband right there.
The girl who cries if she doesn't go out and drinks a couple drinks.
Okay, my name's Tanya, and I'm going to pass the phone to someone who always bails and never shows up and always cancels plans.
Listen, I'm guilty. I'm going to pass the phone to someone who shakes their... Oh, I'm Charlie. I'm going to pass the phone to someone that shakes their ass like a fucking G and is so fucking hot. Yeah.
And you have to say, hi, I'm Lily.
Hey, I'm Lily.
And then who are you passing the phone to?
My baby daddy, right there.
Okay.
I'm Lily and I dropped my phone.
They seem like they're already drunk.
To the floor. Hi, I'm Dina, and I'm.
They seem like they're drunk.
In my hand right now that I stole. But I'm pretty sure that Tanya will be the drunkest.
Okay, my name is Tanya, and I think that I'm going to be the drunkest tonight and get shrimp dick.
My name is Charlie, and I think that me and Tanya are going to get super fucked up and be the drunkest.
What do you have in your bag?
Vodka. So me, I win.
My name is Lily, and I think Tanya's going to be the drunkest and horniest tonight.
Yeah!
You can tell they was getting smacked tonight.
My name is Lily Coy. Lily. My name is
the girl on base that has the OnlyFans. OnlyFans. My name is Shrimp Lover. Oh, yeah.
My name is 100% single. My name is Ricky.
She means she's the most stable one in the group. But my name is Whore. Whore. She sleeps with everyone's husband on base.
My name is Tanya.
I make bad decisions.
My name is Alotaibi.
After our divorce, you'll be riding your bike to the chow hall, but I'll be riding your buddies from Mackie Hall. Hi everybody, it's me, Dana Alotaibi. I just want to be a white girl now. I just want to be one of my white neighbors
who has a civilized marriage, who believes in Christian and God and not cheating, and just has kids and has debt and just pays off for their debt in a civilized way, not OnlyFans, and just has more stability. I just want to be that white girl. Can I just please just be that white girl? I just want to be a white girl already now. Like, I hate this. I fucking hate this. I fucking hate this so much. And my mom tells me, oh, it's okay. And then my mom tells me, oh, it's okay to start over. Because when you're young, you'll start over. Mom, this is my second marriage. The first one cheated on me. The second one cheated on me. And y'all can say what y'all want to fucking say. But, like, I don't cheat. I cheat back. You know? Like, once you do it, then, hey, you know, I'm going to do it too. You know, kind of thing. But it's over. It's not like we're going to play a game where, like, oh, you cheated this week. I cheat next week. You cheat. No. Like, it's over. It'll be freaking over once you do it. Because I'm never ever gonna cheat. So once my partners have cheated, then I start to cheat back. But it's fucking over. Like, I'm not saying sorry for cheating. No, because I cheated on you because I fucking wanted to cheat on you. And I'm fucking not regretful of it because I had the best time probably ever, kind of thing, you know? So I do cheat back. But I'm not staying with you because I don't like you. And I'm not putting your wee-wee in my mouth after it's been in some other person's butthole. But yeah, guys, like, my mom's like, oh, you can start over. Mom, it's my second marriage. Like, start over the third time for what? Just to fucking get another divorce, another heartache, another fucking everything? No, Mom, no. I'm just gonna go live in the woods. Just disappear, go to Colombia, and just fucking get lost in the Amazon, or I don't know, go hiking here in Hawaii and disappear. Like, I hate this. I fucking hate this. Oh yeah, and my husband's talking to this girl, and she's in Japan, and she's active duty, and like, obviously I want to beat her ass. Obviously, like, ding ding ding, bitch, I want to fucking beat your ass. But the only reason I don't want to beat her ass is because she doesn't know that I even exist. She doesn't even know that I'm a thing. But if that bitch knew, like, yeah, bitch, you're getting your shit rocked. But because you don't know, I'm not gonna do shit to you. And also, she looks so
That's
sweet,
fucked
like a
up,
sweet
man.
human being.
It's a whole
So I'll
fucked up
just let her
situation.
do whatever she thinks she's doing to my single. Hi everybody. Okay, so this video is for my husband, Brian. I want you to know that when you turned in the house behind my back, like, yeah, you downloaded Tinder and I downloaded Tinder, and now we're just, you know, doing what people do on Tinder, except you're doing it in Oki and I'm doing it here. Like, me and you, our marriage is broken, and it was, we and you can debate on when it exactly broke, but you want a divorce? We can get a divorce. We are getting a divorce. You be the best guy ever, and I'll go be the best girl ever over there, and you do it over there. Like, I don't really want to be on island when you're on island because I just would hate to run into you. And even though I'm over it, I feel like when I see you, like, I'll just get overwhelmed with emotions. But I want you to know that you doing stuff like, I don't know, going out and clubbing and partying and meeting people over there, like, that does not bother me. Instead, like, I'm happy. Like, I want you to go out and meet girls and talk to girls because maybe they're not your soulmate or something, but if they're distracting you and making you happy, I'm happy because I'm heartbroken still and you're heartbroken still. And if that's making you happy, even if it's fake happy, temporary happy, like, go ahead. I genuinely have men here who are not just hookup buddies. They're really good friends of mine and people I can lean on, men that I can lean on and talk to and share with and cuddle with and be held with. Like, I want you to have that too in Oki because anything helps right now. We're going through a divorce, and you turning in the house behind my back is so shitty and so shallow. I need to know those type of stuff, and housing is not letting me know. Your first sergeant was not letting me know, and you didn't really want to let me know either. It's so hard for me to find a place in Hawaii that accepts me and my 2 dogs, and you know how I feel about my dogs. I don't want to let any of them go. So for you to do that behind my back, like, that's like, you're just inspiring me to do more shit back to you. Why? It's over. It's fucking over. Like, just fucking let it be peaceful. What does it cost you for you to tell me, hey, the move out date is this day so I can prepare myself? You wanted me to be like sleeping upstairs and wake up to someone knocking on the door and being like, hey, bitch, you gotta move out? Where? Where would I go? You know what kind of like people are around me. I don't have friends and I don't have family. So for you to want to put me in the streets like that. Okay.
Hi, everybody. So I'm Dana Alotaibi. I am a Marine spouse here in Hawaii. And I just want to re-record what I said in the previous video, but more classy version, because I'm a classy girl. I get short nails. I drink Starbucks. I'm a classy bitch. So I'm going to just say it a little bit more classy. So basically, PMO calls me to tell me that my husband's command would like for me to know that my husband said that I need to be out the house on the 25th because he gave POA to somebody else to clean up the house and get it looking good for move out. My issue with that is I can be in this house as long as the house is actively under my husband's name. That's my husband, regardless if we're like together in love or not, because he cheated on me when he was deployed in Okinawa and he's still there and he comes back in June. I can be in this house chilling until the house is officially given up. You know what I mean? He does not get to decide when I have to leave or whatever. No. And many times in my marriage, my husband has gotten mad at me and been like, well, I pay the rent, you got to get out. And I've got the fuck out. And then I let PMO know that I was homeless. And PMO was like, well, he can't kick you out. So why is PMO calling me to tell me I got to get out when it's not on document that I need to be out at that freaking date? And if it is documented, I didn't see the documents. They were never presented to me. I live in this house. I'm registered to live in this house. Like, I am listed as one of the people living in this fucking house. Like, why am I not getting any notification that I need to be out this house at a certain date, you know? So right now, it's just my husband telling me, bitch, get out on the 25th because someone else will come and clean the house. Like, okay, I can be here and they can clean and I can meet them and hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? I'm Dana, you know? Don't tell me I need to be out the house. And PMO, don't be a dumbass niggas and be like, you need to be out. No, I can be chilling here as long as the house is under my name. That's my American fucking right and my Marine wife fucking right. Mind you, if you want to ask me to kindly leave so the person can come here and do their thing, that's a whole different story. That's a whole different ballgame. And the answer may be yes, and the answer may be no. Most likely it can be yes, because I have a friend, a girlfriend, a friend of mine who will let me live with her. So I can be out of here. You just have to ask me, not fucking tell me and make up some random bullshit and have PMO back you up. Hi, everybody. So I'm Dana Alotaibi. Hi, everybody. I am Dana Alotaibi, and I am a Marine spouse here in Marine Base, Hawaii. And literally everything is going against me. I'm getting kicked off base because I fought this girl, but I actually didn't fight her. She just accused me of it. But the base command thinks that I'm such a threat that I need to fucking get the fuck out. I have people harassing me, coming to my house, asking for my account. I have people smelling the back of my head on the freaking commissary parking lot. And after all of that, my husband left to Japan and cheated on me. And I found out 12 hours later because I was an FBI, CIA agent in my past life. And I know everything. And I'm 10 steps ahead of everything.
So, yeah. So anyways, want to know what the hell is up? So PMO, my husband gave up this house, right? But he didn't tell me when. So once I, found out that he gave up the house behind my back, and I know what you're thinking, like, what do you mean he gave up the house behind your back, but because a bitch will always fucking know. I know it wasn't none of those bitches from housing, because those bitches have their own little agenda, their own little personal thoughts against me and what I do for work and all that and whatever. But anyways, so my husband gave up the house behind my back. So obviously I want to know when do I need to be out this house so I can pack and arrange my living situation elsewhere, But obviously, my husband can't tell me because we have a restraining order, so we are communicating through his first sergeant. I asked his first sergeant to ask my husband, when do I need to move out? And all he says is nothing. And I ask him again, and then he says, oh, I asked your husband, and he said, around the end of the month. Like, what the fuck does around the end of the month mean? Like, I asked when I have to move out this fucking house. I didn't ask when you were going to get your period. For you to be like estimating, So anyways, I told the first sergeant, fuck you. You're not fucking helpful at all. And I personally think that you have like a crush on my husband or something, because like you stand up for him like so freaking hardcore. So I'm going to go talk to a commanding officer. And then guess what happens? 8 hours later, I get a phone call from the command telling me, hey, bitch, you got to move out this fucking house. Well, actually, not the command. The PMO calls me telling me, hey, we have a message from your husband's command. So PMO tells me, hey, bitch, you got to be out this house on the 25th. Your husband gave POA to somebody to take care of the house for move out, which means they're not telling me. They're asking me. Hi, everybody. I am Dana Alotaibi, and okay, so story time, since I'm here at the salon and it's literally owning me. Okay, so basically, my husband, right? We were married 3 years, then he got deployed to Japan. He downloaded Tinder. I found out, and I was like, all right, cool. You want to have Tinder? I'm going to have Tinder too. The only difference is you're in your barracks room, and I am in a 3-bedroom house here in Vernon Base, Hawaii, with the barracks around the corner. So anyways, so that was like December, right? Now it's almost June. He's going to come back soon. I literally had the hottest girl summer ever, like 6 months in Hawaii, free rent, people in and out my house. But anyways, so my husband, he like did some stuff in Japan, and he like kind of low-key threatened me a couple times, and I had proof, and I showed his first sergeant, and his first sergeant didn't care, and then he did some other stuff, and I told sorry.
You telling me you falling out of love with me. You telling me you falling out of love. You telling me you falling out of love with me. You telling me you falling out of love.
And the weather's so breezy, man, why can't life always be this easy? And the weather's
Baby, ¿qué más? Hace rato que no sé nada de ti. Estaba con alguien, pero ya estoy free. Está para revivir viejo tiempo. Baby, ¿qué
Story time. So, hi everybody, I'm Dana Alotaibi, right? And I'm getting kicked off Marine Base, Hawaii, because apparently I'm a danger to base. Like, how the fuck am I a danger to base? I can't even run fast.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say this is where
And
she gets
basically, like,
kicked off the base.
how can I run anywhere? Like, there's one entrance and one exit, like, and they're right next to each other. So it's like, where the hell would I go? Like, I'm so dangerous, But anyways, that's not what we're talking about. Okay, so basically I need to get some records. So I go into the records department, and then the clerk, Bailey,
was like, hey, the records lady isn't in right now. She's on her lunch break. So let me write down your number and I'll give it to her. Okay, cool. So after a couple hours, the records lady called me, right? And after a couple, like 2 days, the clerk calls me on his personal number at 10 p.m. And I just want to know, like, I'm clearly a dependent. Like, nothing about me says a bitch does pull-ups, a bitch runs 3 miles in under 20 minutes. Like, nothing about me says that. So, like, I'm clearly a dependent. Like, why the fuck is it okay for a MP to, like, shoot their shot and ask me for, I mean, he didn't ask me for my number. Like, well, he got my number for he knows what reason. You know, like, why is it okay for him to store that number for his own personal use? You know what I'm talking about? Like, how is that professional? You know, like, you're an MP, you're not supposed to do that. Like, nurses, obviously, like, you're not supposed to do that. Like, so many jobs, like, you're just not supposed to do that. But that nigga, like, he does that. He does it so
you're not
comfortable. And
supposed
I
to
find
do
it
that
a
kind
little
of stuff.
harassy. But anyways,
But people do it all
so
the time. You know what I mean?
yeah, I just don't get it. Like, yeah, I'm getting kicked off base. But, like, look at your niggas. What is y'all niggas doing? Like, y'all went over here, oh, yeah, this bitch is this bitch is that. Well, y'all niggas got no fucking morals. Like, where is it ethical for you to shoot your shot with a married-ass woman? Like, where? So, anyways, I'm not really mad because, obviously, I'm hot and niggas want me. But I just find it, like, a little disrespectful for, like, niggas to do that shit. Story time. So, hi, everybody.
Estaba con alguien, pero ya estoy free. Puesta para revivir viejo tiempo. No salgo hace
I mean,
tiempo.
she's
Tú
very
dime
beautiful.
dónde estás,
She's very
Betty.
beautiful. And I think her
Hi,
husband was
everybody. I'm
extremely
Dana
jealous.
Alotaibi.
What do you think?
Super
What you think,
jealous.
girl? Huh?
Yeah, super jealous. I mean, this is crazy.
It really is, and this is sad. I mean, even knowing that she passed away 3
Beautiful.
weeks ago, all these videos was made just a month ago. You know, like, you know what I'm saying? A couple months ago, whatever.
I
Like,
know.
this is her TikTok. I'm gonna link all the videos, the news, and all that, everything we've used in this video, so people can go back to it. You know what I mean? Go back through it and look,
Yeah.
research for themselves, and you know what I mean? Get their, form their own opinion on how they feel. I feel no one should be, have their life taken or murdered. I don't feel that at all.
No, she didn't deserve that.
No, she didn't, even though and I think she trolled a lot and people, took her serious or, picked at her and picked at her and picked at her and, starting rumors and stuff. So I think she just went with it and made stories out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I just think she trolled and had fun with it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
she said, it really didn't bother her, but I just don't think, even though she had an OnlyFans and, just like that Alexis Sharkey, she had, but then it comes into play, like, does social media have, does social media cause issues in a relationship?
She was just
Was she on social
absolutely
media too much?
beautiful.
Because you see, look at him, he doesn't have social media, not like she does, which I
No.
don't even know how much social media he really has, but I know he doesn't have social media like she does. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
goes back to like Chris Watts. He didn't have social media. So like these people, like these men are like really shy and like their inner shell, like Dre McRae and Vaughn McRae. He didn't, I mean, he got in on her videos and had fun with her and stuff and did stuff like that, but you don't ever see her man in her videos. You don't ever see, Chris Watts was like, Shanann made him, like she would always catch him and put him in the camera. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. I just think it's
And
sad. I
sometimes
mean,
you could tell he
she
wanted to be
was
in the camera. He wanted
gorgeous.
to be, especially when he was all fit and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it makes people need to stop and think too. It doesn't matter what you look like. Because people think, oh, they're beautiful. They've got a great life. Look how beautiful she was. I mean, the girl was not out gorgeous, but you could tell she did not have great self esteem. She can say she did, but by the videos you can tell she
Right.
didn't.
And I mean, she was gorgeous. Don't get me wrong. She was a beautiful girl, and she had a big butt. That's how she made a lot of her money on the OnlyFans thing. I got to give her credit. You know what I mean? She used it to her advantage. Like she said, she didn't have any debt. She didn't have any kids. She got to go do what she wanted to go do. But on the inside, when she was crying in that video to her mama, she's like, it's my second marriage. People aren't going to want to deal. You know what I'm saying? Like you could tell she was like beating up on herself.
And she was cheated on.
Right, and that hurts.
I mean, that's got to, yeah.
That
I
shit
mean,
hurts anyways. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
girl, let me tell you, the first thing before me and my husband got married, and I said a while ago, we've been married 23 years. Before we got married, we both sat down with each other, and I said, let me tell you something. I've been through enough through my childhood. If you want somebody else, let me know. Let me know. I will let you go, but let me catch you cheating on me. It won't be pretty.
Fee Botanical said, I found out my husband was in an IED explosion through Facebook. When they asked if my husband was okay, and then said cheated on and left homeless. You were,
Oh,
or you talking
no.
about?
Yeah, it seems like I see Pam's comment too. It seems like the military, and not bashing the military at all, but I've got family members that's been in the military, and I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of the military, they've got issues, and I don't know if it's from being in the military or they have issues previously, but mm, I've seen some crazy stuff. I'm muting myself in and out because I know you can hear cartoons behind me. She was cheated on and then made homeless.
Yeah,
Exactly.
she said, hold on, no, my husband was in an explosion. They tagged my husband on Facebook and it deleted me, or it alerted me. No husband is perfect. No husband is perfect human for me and everyone. Oh, she was cheated on and then left homeless. Yeah, he cheated on her. They downloaded Tinder or whatever. He got caught. She called him out for using Tinder and stuff too. You know what I mean? So it's
So
like
you
he was
know
being
that's got to
sneaky
hit
and
her
stuff. He
self
just didn't get.
esteem.
I don't know if it was him being sneaky or if he just didn't have a social media to put it out on like she did. You know what I mean?
And no matter how pretty you are, that's got to hit your self esteem.
Yeah,
Got
for
to.
sure. Some of the most beautiful women have been cheated on, and of course it hurts. Oh, hell yeah. Causes them
Yeah.
to think, to look at themselves and think something's wrong with themselves, and it's not. It's never. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Why am I not good enough? Yeah. Yeah. Well, just like I've talked to, other women, we see our flaws tenfold. When somebody else looks at us, they don't see what we see. We see our flaws
Right.
100%. So somebody else can look at us and say, I don't see that, but we see it.
Well, yeah, and I mean, it hurts any men, women. It doesn't matter. I mean, shit, it hurts men just as bad to be cheated on. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
you start asking questions like, "What did I do that wasn't good enough?" or "What was wrong with me that you went and did that?" or "Did you not love me?" You know what I'm saying? People question
Right.
themselves over that. So of course she was probably insecure and she was very upset. I mean, like she said, she was over it. She was done and over it, but she didn't want to run into him because then she would have feelings being brought back up again, which, I can understand that too. You know what I mean? She
Yeah.
wanted to go back home. I understand that, but it really sucks that she thought she was getting help and she wasn't. She was being fucked
Right.
around. You know what I
And
mean?
but
So that
and
really
two,
sucks.
to say you're done and over, that's going to take a while to completely be over it.
Oh yeah.
She's paying him back by sleeping with the guys. I mean, because she's hurt. I mean, I could see it. I mean, she's young, and as a young person, I don't know that I would have done the same thing to pay somebody back. That's just it's just sad. It's really sad to see her cry like that.
It is. It really is, man.
And
Well,
somebody,
baby,
I
I
read
gotta
the
get going.
comment.
I
Yeah, and I,
appreciate you coming up here and sharing and screen sharing for me. That was pretty cool. I'm glad.
you're
Like, I'm
welcome
glad it.
anytime.
Yes, girl. I was like, hey, I know Good Egg can't stand the music, but sometimes I gotta play it in the background to make sure,
Yeah.
you know, that the video's altered.
That was
So
tripping me out the other night. I think it was everything. It wasn't just the music. It was everything. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I think it was like sensory overload for her because she can't handle all that. Like people, you know, yelling, talking on the thing, you know, having the music playing the video. It was too much. It was too much overstimulation.
yeah, I was having to come in and out too. I was going to watch
yeah.
and then, but you know, I saw the other day where somebody said that you can put PP behind the stream, behind the channel's thing, and it won't give them a watch. It'll just download the video.
Oh, really?
You
I
know,
didn't know that.
I didn't either. I'm gonna try it and see how it works, and then I'll email you whatever it is. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna check it out. Yeah. So you don't, and you're not giving them a
Yeah.
watch. You're just downloading the video, so it's not really helping them.
Oh, see, I didn't know how that shit worked like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just saw somebody talk about it the other day, so I was like, "Hey, wait a minute." Yeah. So, but anyway, all right. Well, I will see you later, Gator.
All righty, baby. I'll keep in touch. I was gonna say I sent you the email with the TikTok. I don't know if you got it yet, but if you did, it's probably just sitting in there somewhere.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Thanks.
Bye, guys. I hope
Bye.
everybody has a good day, and thank you for hanging out and chit chatting and hanging with me. Have a good day, everybody.